Buying a car in Carvana was so easy. I was able to finance it through them.
Whoa, wait, you mean finance?
Yeah, finance. Got pre-qualified for a Carvana auto loan, entered my terms, and shot from thousands of great car options all within my budget.
That's cool, but financing through Carvana was so easy.
Financed. Done. And I get to pick up my car from their Carvana vending machine tomorrow.
Financed.
Right, that's what I said.
You can spend time trying to pronounce financing, or you can actually finance and buy your car today on
Carvana.
Financing subject to credit approval. Additional terms and conditions may apply.
Introducing the new Volvo XC90 with 7-seat versatility, Google built-in, and advanced safety features for all your precious cargo. The new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Visit volvocars.com/US to learn more.
This MailChimp-verific jingle is brought to you by MailChimp.
MailChimp, your marketing with AI and more. Advanced automations to connect to your store. MailChimp, your marketing and boost your clicks. Multi-channel campaigns now with SMS. That's lit.
MailChimp your marketing today with the #1 AI-powered email marketing and automation platform, Intuit MailChimp. #1 based on publicly available data on competitors' customers. Plans vary. SMS available as add-on. Visit MailChimp.com.
Today's top story, the flavor merger of the century between the Peanut Butter Group and Chocolatey Corp. Joining me is a PBC executive.
Thanks for having me, Barry.
Now, how did you know the merger and the byproduct of it, Jif peanut butter and chocolate flavored spread, would be a success?
You know, it was a gut feeling, a rumbling, if you will. Besides, they're two titans of taste.
Very true. Goes great with pretzels.
And pancakes.
Apples too, I bet. Try Jif PBC today.
If you went on a road trip and you didn't stop for a Big Mac or drop a crispy fry between the car seats or use your McDonald's bag as a placemat, then that wasn't a road trip. It was just a really long drive. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At participating McDonald's.
This podcast contains mature content, explicit language, suggestive situations, and partial to full frontal nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Don't let your kids listen to this.
What if orangutans are to Mayes what chimps are to me?
Oh, wow. Are you going racist on this? Is that why you didn't take so many pictures, Zach?
How is that racist?
Oh, it's an orangutan. Who cares?
I like orangutans.
Yeah, you like them.
I don't like when people throw a G on the end of it.
It's like a G-dog on a fly tip.
Orangutan?
It's orangutan.
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 Take the O off and add the G. Orangutan.
Orangutan? Same number of letters. You just...
switching it out.
Your picks have been horrible, man.
It's the point. That's the point of the show.
Isn't it?
Isn't it? It's possible. I don't understand what this podcast is about.
Poppycock. It's a fuck house. On a weekly basis, we are consuming more concentrated bad movies than probably anybody in the history of mankind.
Poppycock. What story? What story? What are you talking about?
Do you want lunch?
I have yet to laugh in this movie. I'll just tell you that.
You picked it, motherfucker. So just remember that.
You know the problem with Hollywood is? They make shit. Unbelievable, unremarkable shit.
I was legitimately offended.
You were offended?
I was offended.
I didn't know you could get offended.
I was offended.
This did it.
If I were gay, I wouldn't be offended.
They're fucking making shit up, Amin.
Inconsequential detail after inconsequential detail after inconsequential detail.
Bees don't lie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm holding a mic in my hands, and now I'm talking all alone.
Welcome to Cinephobe, the podcast we break down the movies you've written that you love. Oh, fuck. I'm Zach Harper. That's Amin and Mayes. That's Anthony Mayes. Make sure you listen to us on Spotify, or we are going to hunt you down in a hotel and shoot a dart into your ass.
Oh, that's where I'm at right now.
Spotify is where you can vote in the poll, like the poll for Morbius. 77.6% phobe, 22.4% file.
The shortest file in Cinephobe history. Zach filed it by the time Mayes was done with his review. I gotta phobe this.
Spotify is also where you can leave a comment like, 129-275-4610.
You name your pets.
Who said, when I saw this in 2022, this was definitely a major phobe. But 3 years later, and after watching American Ninja 2, Samurai Cop, and Kraven the Hunter, I must admit that this time around it was a file for me.
Whoa.
How do I go back to the me before all this pain?
Yeah, been there.
Ben commented, didn't see the movie, so you can understand my confusion when I thought you were talking about Jay Leno, not Jared Leto, for the first half of the pod. Makes the episode hit a lot different.
Hold on. Hold the phone.
Now let's CT5 recastings.
I kind of like that. Jay Leno as Dr. Michael Morbius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Milo.
If we made Letterman Lucian?
Conan.
No, but they didn't come up together.
Yeah, but Leno punks out fucking Conan, just like Lucian got punked out by goddamn Morbius.
Yeah, but I don't want it to go that way.
Oh.
And then Todd Koval commented, Timmy and Jimmy the movie, crying emojis. I had to pause the pod.
Leave us a review, leave comments. Make sure you check it out. CT5 episodes on the main feed. Leave us your CT5 suggestions and lists on social media or in the Discord by subscribing to our Patreon, patreon.com/countthedings. You get access to ad-free episodes, extended cold opens, rewatched in live events past, present, and future, including when we reviewed The Rehearsal Season 2. Go get those little episodes right there. They were a lot of fun. Episodes early. Get access and discount on live show tickets, access to that Discord, and all of the extra content across the entire Count the Dings network, not just Cinephobe. If you have a submission, submit it. Reminder, needs to be 40% or lower on the Rotten Tomatoes audience or critic score. Episode 250 happened. Brand new daisy chain happened. Censorship happened.
Change, change, change. Change, change, change.
Mace used vampires to lure us into a mansion so he could suck our inner thighs 3 times while our horny friends picked up broads at the laundromat outside of Clown Burger as we went over the blueprints for Phonobar, the hottest new nightlife spot in Once Bitten. Amin used blood to have us squat in a Pittsburgh apartment so we could try to seduce a photographer posing as a priest while Nia Long had an identity crisis. And the Catholic Church was dodging prosties in Vatican City and Stigmata.
I didn't dodge.
And I used, there's an Arquette bathing herself to make sure our hog got broken out of prison so we could take our hog to a small town to have our hog help a widow with 2 kids saving her failing farmhouse with our hog as Dunston checks in.
What?
Tried to bully our hog into getting our hogless land and nowhere to run. Now Maze is using the name Dunston to link us to the 1996 animal adventure, slapstick, adventure, comedy, family. Dunston checks in.
Comedy.
Really? No family in that?
Nope.
No animal.
Family comedy is what I would say.
Dunston checks in stars Jason Alexander, Faye Dunaway, and Rupert Everett. Jason is a repeat offender for Blank Man.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Stars as George Costanza.
He sure does. That my notes as well.
Yep.
You know him from Seinfeld, Pretty Woman, and Coneheads. Also Curb. Faye was in Bonnie and Clyde, Supergirl, and The Seduction of Dr. Fugazi. She's a repeat offender for Bye Bye Man.
Oh, yeah.
Bye Bye Man.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Faye Dunaway stars as Leona Flimsy. I don't know if that reference is going to catch on with you guys.
Like Leona Helmsley?
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. Thank you.
Rupert, you know from My Best Friend's Wedding, Inspector Gadget, and he was Prince Charming's voice in the Shrek franchise.
Laura Rutledge.
Stupid. Eric Lloyd, repeat offender from Batman and Robin.
He's an annoying little shit. That's what he plays.
Paul Rubens from Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
Couldn't even come up with a funnier name than Buck Lafarge, man. As soon as I saw that name.
Oh my God.
Bang. Put it on the list.
He's also in Mystery Men, Blow, and Matilda.
Glenn Shaddix from Beetlejuice, Heathers, Demolition Man, and Shut Your Dirty Little Mouth.
I called him meticulous in the 20CB.
Oh,
he also was Senator NATO, a Bornean orangutan, in the Mark Wahlberg Planet of the Apes.
Wow.
Wow, how about that?
If you want a daisy chain to that, that's pretty ripe opportunity right there, man.
Right.
Was he meticulous in that movie as well?
Oh, boy. Danny Comden, repeat offender from Volcano.
Oh.
Comden.
Oh, okay.
Not condom.
I did not.
Filthy, you'll love it. Kevin Kraft, repeat offender from Ed. Played a shortstop in Ed. Lynn Marie Stewart from It's Always Sunny. That's Charlie's mom.
Who is she in this movie?
I think she's just at the party.
Got it.
No.
Yeah.
She's in the spa. She has the cucumber on her eyes.
Oh, that's who she is. Okay.
Oh, got it.
Repeat offender Frank Welker.
8-timer.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
This motherfucker.
What does he even do? He doesn't even do anything.
Whoa!
CT5 grifter. I may have to update the list. You know what?
Whoa!
I think so.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Zach, that's the voice of the fucking anaconda. Show a little respect.
And he ain't done shit since, okay?
It's the same year.
CT5 grifter.
Exactly. He hasn't done anything since.
We're putting him number 4. Knock everyone down one. Coughlin's Law. You're off the list.
This is insane.
Oh, and then we have Sam, who plays the orangutan. He was in Flintstones.
Yep.
And Planet of the Apes.
Yep.
What? He was in Planet of the Apes?
Yo.
Fucking orangutan. Planet of the Apes.
Marky Mark. Time to go.
Oh, that was his homie. That was in the ship with him. Okay, I got you.
Also, Bob Bergen, who is the voice of Dunston, is a repeat offender for being Tweety Bird in Space Jam: A New Legacy.
A couple other people. I got Graham Sack as Brian Grant, the Shack Stopper, and Jennifer Bassi as Mrs. Hornicroce.
Oh.
She's horny.
She is horny.
She's horny.
Also, Marceline Hugo, Kathy Geist from 30 Rock, is at the Crystal Ball.
Yes.
And my dad's friend from college, Karen Mariyama, is in this movie.
Wow. Why didn't we have your dad as a guest?
You're not even putting pressure on me to get Karen Mariyama on the show. No.
This is not a sister of Hartnett situation.
So wait on that one, Zach.
Sam, kind of typecast here, huh? For Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, what is he playing? Orangutan in that one?
Orangutan. Dunston checks in, directed by Ken Kwapis.
What?
Ken Kwapis.
It's like me in the morning.
Oh.
Start my day when I got to take a Quaffis.
He directed Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. He's just not that into you. And Licensed to Wed.
12 episodes of Larry Sanders Show, 2 episodes of Freaks and Geeks, and 19 episodes of Malcolm in the Middle.
I don't know if he's good or bad.
2 writing credits on this one. John Hopkins.
I smoked pot with Johnny Hopkins.
Clip it. Yep. Same note too.
Where did he go to medical school?
He went to Northwestern and Johns Hopkins. Is that good enough for you?
No, it's not.
Well, Brennan, those are very prestigious schools.
I smoked pot with Johnny Hopkins.
You don't know anyone named Johnny Hopkins.
It was Johnny Hopkins and Sloan Kettering, and they were blazing that shit up every day.
Wrote The Power, Torment, and the TV movie Stranger in Town. I'm guessing never had sex before.
Yep, there it is.
And then the other writing credit, Bruce Graham, screenplay credit, wrote Anastasia. Or is it Anastasia?
It depends on how special you are.
Oh, it's orangutan.
Synopsis for Dunston checks in. A young boy befriends a larcenous orangutan in a luxury hotel.
Larcenous?
CT5 synopsis.
It's no The Quest, but it's up there.
That would be number 2. Petty thief Chris Dubois, number 1. Larcenous orangutan, number 2. Tagline, he's about to turn a 5-star hotel into a 3-ring circus.
Oh.
Get it? The number thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
I've got a $16 million estimated budget for this movie. Gross $9.8 million US and worldwide. Flop City.
I had a $20 million budget.
Ooh.
But don't worry, Zach. They made it back.
Did they? They sold the orangutan? To Mark Wahlberg?
To Mark Wahlberg.
What do you think they spent that money on?
Oh, the CGI lights when they were holding the crystal ball outside the fucking hotel. The painting of the Majestic.
The Frisbee.
Oh, the fucking Frisbee. Oh, my God. All right, before we jump to this movie, you listen to the rest of this podcast. Dunston checks in is a rental.
Yep. First of the year.
Who's to say? Dunston checks in, receives 17% on 18 critic reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, 41% from the audience on over 25,000 ratings. Amin, would you like the positive or the negative reviews?
I'm a room service order of just bananas, half full kind of guy. Give me the positive.
Hey, John, that's weird. That glass looks half full to me.
Wow. Now that you mention it, it is half full.
I like how they didn't only order bananas.
No, but everything had bananas in it, including the fruit salad.
Yeah.
That was, and I quote, just bananas. Instead of fruit salad, just ask for a banana. What are they doing?
Positive reviews.
Maybe they wanted it tossed.
Oh, Daniel Solzman of Solzy at the Movies.
Solzy.
Nobody calls you that.
Solzy.
Nobody calls her that.
Solzy.
Dunston Checks In is a mindless comedy, but it's still a lot of fun after 26 plus years.
Oh, revisiting it.
Rewatching them with Solzy?
And revisiting it not that long ago.
Yeah.
Right?
26 years.
Oh, shit. I just popped. Thanks to one of Amin's photos. I did it, guys. I was worried that it wasn't going to happen, and now it's happening.
Okay, that's going in the intro.
Tyler Maxon of Screen Slate.
Maxon and relaxing.
Tyrese Maxon. Built into the 1996 comedy Dunston Checks In, a film predominantly comprised of orangutan set pieces, is something like a comment on the pains of domestication. Nope, not once. You fucking bingo. Not once.
You could literally bring the entire cast, crew, director, producer, writer, and no one would agree with you.
Nobody. Not a one.
They just made a fucking monkey movie for kids. That's all they were trying to do. No commentary.
Leonard Clady of Variety.
Dude, look at Clady.
Clady in Red.
Clady in Red.
It's a first-class, stylish farce with a brisk pace and cool wit. Not that brisk.
Not that cool either.
User Afanja K, 5 out of 5.
Do the voice.
It's an absolute classic. I spent a lot of time watching that movie, probably 1,000 times on VHS when I was a kid.
1,000 times.
Fucking loser.
There were other movies on VHS. So for someone to watch that 1,000 times means they've selected that over like Little Mermaid, Lion King,
Ed,
Richie Rich.
User Dawkin M, 5 out of 5.
You and Derek know all about that.
Call up your local Walmart and sing the chorus to them. If they say Jungle Boogie, you just say, not even close, baby. Not even close.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't know. I thought it was going to be clear when I watched the movie. It wasn't.
Jungle Boogie isn't in this movie.
Nope. There is a song that's a very Ope-worthy song in the movie.
There's a song that will be clipped.
They play it twice.
So there sure is.
Because they're so proud of it. They're like, let's run it back again in the credits.
Blank User, 4 out of 5. Has its funny moments, but not exceptional, 7.5. Though every time this fat dude with glasses appears,
oh boy,
I laugh my ass off.
Oh boy. 20 CB.
Wait, are they talking about Glenn Shaddix?
Spalding.
Blank User, 5 out of 5. A monkey in a bubble bath. What more motivation do you need to see this movie?
For Zach, none.
Blank User, 5 out of 5. Non-stop monkey business. Few films in the history of cinema can match the wit and charm of this family-friendly gem. Not only does Dunston check into the Majestic Hotel, he also checks into our hearts.
I'll allow charm. I'll allow he checked into our hearts. Where's this wit that people see? What is the wit?
I don't know. I hate these fucking kids.
Brian Grant?
I wanted them to die.
They almost did. They should have died.
They absolutely should have.
Put a pin in that one.
That dog should have died too.
Yes, I thought the dog did.
Negative reviews.
Stop being a pessimist. This tank is not half full. It's half empty.
Mal Vincent of the Virginian Pilot.
What's up, Mal?
This quickie outing is designed to score briefly before it goes, rather swiftly, one suspects, into the video market.
It did.
Chase Whale of Gordon and the Whale.
Come on, man. Moby Dickless.
After 2 a.m., sometimes things happen. You've had a little bit too much. The lights will come on. You've had a fruitless night. Then you say, the R she blows. A hump like a snowdrift. It is Moby Dick.
Dunston does not, in fact, check in.
He does.
Okay. All right, Stickler.
Wait, he does, though.
Not really. Steve Crum of VideoReviewMaster.com.
Under nom de plume.
Dr. Ngok checks in.
There you go. Yep.
Dumb chimp gorilla orangutan genre laughs and forgettable.
Excuse me.
Is he calling the movie dumb or is he calling the chimp dumb?
I think the laughs, the genre of laughs. Chimp gorilla orangutan is hyphenated. All three.
You got it.
It's clearly not the same. That's offensive. There's subtle differences.
Derek Adams of Time Out. An unruly orangutan plus an opulent hotel setting equals a natural disaster, or in this case, a kid's movie. Scott Weinberg of eFilmCritic.com.
Why'd you laugh before I could even ask the question? What does Scott Weinberg have to say, Zach?
Monkeys. They make any movie funnier just by being included, which sounds positive, but he gave it a score of 35 out of 100.
Now do it again.
35 out of 100.
What would it have been if there was no Dunston?
Zach, it sounds like he was pretty stingy with that score.
Whoa, gong that.
I'm going to go take a leak.
Walter Chaw of Film Freak Central.
Cha.
Its value is ultimately just as a way to keep your children quiet for 90 minutes. Steve Rhodes of Internet Reviews. Dunston checks in. Wish I hadn't. And then final one, Ken Hankey of Mountain Express. Depends on your orangutan tolerance.
Excuse me? Like if you've had a couple orangutans before, but if this is your first orangutan, it might put you on your ass, is what you're telling me.
We'll get a Bean's first note, May's first note, my first note after these messages. Last year Patreon subscriber. Patreon.com/count the dings. We should get an ad-free episode right now. Titter.
No, not today.
Titter.
Not today, Satan.
No chittering?
Nope.
The closed captioning never really captured what he was saying.
Oh, it did.
Neither did the captioning.
Did you watch this on Prime?
I did.
I mean, maybe there's a difference there because, oh boy, Zach and I are aligned on this.
I rented on Apple and it said tittering.
Oh, yeah. No, it never said anything for me.
Whoa.
Oh.
Well, it's a very different movie to me.
It's a very different movie, yeah.
Depends on your tolerance for tittering.
It does.
You know me. Love me some titters.
Chase Whale.
Yeah.
Cinephobe is sponsored by BetterHelp. Workplace stress is one of the top causes of declining mental health, with 61% of global workforce experiencing higher than normal levels of stress. Look, work is stressful for just about everybody, right? You're worried that you're not making enough. You're worried that you're not doing enough. You're worried that your job is in danger with the way that technology is changing everything. And you may think, hey, you know what? I'll take a little holiday, take a little vacation, and I'll get away from it. But you come back and it's all the same stresses as before. You can't just wave goodbye to it. That's just not how it works, right? It's not going to completely fix it. You need to actually work on the tools that you need in order to deal with that. And a great way to do that, I've learned, is through therapy, through BetterHelp. I've been using BetterHelp for years now, and I cannot stress enough how great it has been for my mental health and overall well-being. I just came off a very stressful time with work, with the playoffs and the finals and the NBA draft and free agency and all this stuff, right? It's a really impacted time and high levels of stress and everything. And I've got to be able to know how to deal with all that stuff. And BetterHelp has been integral in helping me do that. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 5 million people globally. And it works with an App Store rating of 4.9 out of 5 based on over 1.7 million client reviews. It's convenient too. You can join a session with a therapist at the click of a button, helping you fit therapy into your busy life. Plus, switch therapists at any time. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can provide access to mental health professionals with a diverse variety of expertise. Unwind from work with BetterHelp. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at BetterHelp.com/Cinephobe. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Cinephobe.
Hello, listener. It's producer Mays here to talk to you about In the Cloud. This is an exciting sponsor. If you've listened to such classic Cinephobe episodes as Half Baked, How High, and Dude, Where's My Car, you know that marijuana used to be a little more difficult to acquire. But now, thanks to In the Cloud, you've got federally legal gummies, flour, pre-rolls, just a few clicks away. So whether you're chasing better sleep, some solid daytime relief, or you want to place an order for 50 pizzas for a Smoky McPot, this is grown-up cloud chasing done right. No matter how you like to partake, In the Cloud has you covered. They've even got these beast mode 500 milligram gummy edibles, but I'm particular to the sleep gummies, because nothing gets me a nice, cozy night of sleep more than their elderberry bliss gummies with THC, CBN, melatonin, L-theanine, and GABA. sleeping like a baby, wake up refreshed and ready to produce my ass off. So if you're 21 or older, now's your chance to float above the stress because IntoCloud is giving all new customers 25% off their first order plus free shipping. Just use code Cinephobe or click the link in the show notes to claim your discount. That's IntoCloud.co, INDACLOUD.co. Use code Cinephobe for free shipping plus 25% off your first order. Order now, fill out their quick survey to support the show, and enjoy the best part of your week, brought to you by IntoCloud. Hello, listener. It's Producer Mayes here to talk to you about Quince Cookware. Here at Count the Dings, we love Top Chef, we love The Bear, and whenever I'm watching those shows, we see their amazing stainless steel pans, and I think to myself, I need to get me some of those pans. Look how amazing all this food is that they're making. I need to bring that professionalism, that kind of top quality item to my kitchen, and that's where I turn to Quince. They've got everything you need for summer entertaining season, and the best part is, just like their clothing, Quince's cookware is half the cost of similar premium brands. So what they do is they partner with the top artisans, and then there's no middleman jacking up those prices, and you get the savings passed on to you. So from quick dinners to slow simmers, Quince has the cookware to make it all better. Go to quince.com/dings for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/dings, DINGS, to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/dings.
Folks, we all need furniture, right? You're not standing in the middle of a living room or a bedroom right now. You need furniture. You need a couch, you need a chair, you need a coffee table, end table, dining room table, side tables, all kinds of stuff. You know what furniture is? Well, do you know what Dupe.com is? Oh my God, Dupe.com. So I actually knew about this before they were a sponsor. Dupe.com is fantastic because I have a couple friends who are interior designers and they use Dupe.com all the time because whether you're a professional or you're someone who's just looking to get a good deal on some furniture. All right, I found this thing online, but my goodness, that's expensive. That's a ridiculous price. I'm not doing that. Throw that into Dupe, and then you find the alternative for a much better price. You find really good prices on hundreds of options, thousands of options, I might say. Dupe.com isn't just about furniture either. It works for fashion, shoes, jewelry, a lot more. If you buy furniture for work, chances are you already know about it. But did you know they offer special trade programs just for professionals like interior designers, like my friends, real estate agents, and more? Not only do you get the best prices by buying directly from manufacturers, but Dupe.com also offers 10% commission on purchases made through your account. Dupe.com really is so easy to use. Just type DUPE.com / before any product URL in your browser. Boom. It instantly finds you less expensive alternatives. They even have an app and a browser extension you can download. No account required, no sign up required, completely free to use. Stop wasting money on brand names and start saving with Dupe.com today. Amin, what is your first note?
I'm watching this on my flight to Oklahoma City, and I'm 75% sure everyone thinks I'm either a pedophile or a Babadook.
Maze, what is your first note?
Opening shot, close-up of a front desk bell with a gloved hand hitting it, and it's an unsatisfying ding, like Amin hitting it in his hand.
Forgot my bell.
My first note, I wonder how much I'll chitter in this movie. Orangutans are not chimps, so it's not going to be the same as Ed or Planet of the Apes or MVP. But I do like an orangutan. I want that on record. Just not the same.
You don't like it as much?
So you would say your tolerance is lower?
What's your orangutan tolerance?
Man, scale of 1 to 10, 7?
Where do chimps land?
Because your chimp tolerance is
50.
No condoms.
What?
Historically.
Well, I'm not going to fuck the chimp. I just don't require the chimp to wear a condom with my significant other. I trust Ed.
Orangutan, you got to wrap it up.
Oh, double.
Dunston, got to wrap it up. Double bag it.
Dunston? Triple. That motherfucker's dirty.
He's horny.
Oh my God.
He's a horny chimp or orangutan or whatever.
Oh, man. When you were telling the story last night, you had so much detail. The detail was so rich. It was rich detail. Go into incredibly descriptive details of the story so we all know.
Oh, yes.
Now it's time for the scenes. Here's what happened. Bow.
We start off with Amin ringing his bell weekly as the credits open.
Weekly, like we do this podcast every...
Nah, like forget about it.
Nope.
It gets flipped over, tightened a bit, and we get a proper bell sound opening montage.
Count the dings.
Goddamn, Costanza, you should fire your agent. If this was your foray back into the movies off the success of Seinfeld, this is what he landed you?
That's tough.
Fired immediately. I'm on the #1 show on TV. You got me Dunston checks in?
Think about this. Same year. #1 and #2 shows on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You want to call George Costanza a secondary character, right? It's not Elaine. Maybe it's Kramer, but it's probably George, right?
Yeah.
He gets Dunston checks in. Friends, Matt LeBlanc, probably tertiary, but whatever. You can say secondary. He gets Ed.
Oh, wow.
That was just the times.
Yes, we'll talk about it in the trivia. There's some weird shit going on in 1995, 1996, Hollywood.
Doorman welcomes the camera to the Majestic.
I realized he was black and he had a top hat on. I said, oh, because that just did not sit right with me.
We got Lionel Spaulding holding his dog, Neil.
This intro with a lot of close-ups on people getting dressed and shit. Does this remind you guys of Batman getting ready intro?
Yeah.
Are we going to see nipples and a codpiece?
Oh, I did have that note later on when someone else is getting ready. But I liked this is how a hotel gets set up montage to let you know it's a classy establishment.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, wow, this doesn't even get it to 90. Because we don't get to 90 in this one.
No, we do not.
Opera singers checking into the hotel. Some kid in an air vent is radioing to a kid in the basement. They found their target.
What the fuck is happening here?
Some guy is picking on Artie, an old man bellhop.
No, the fuck he's not. This is a customer service business.
He says, I don't care how long you've been at this hotel, you must smile when you greet the guests.
Artie has an attitude problem, and if you don't fire him, I walk.
Kid says, you should see this lady who checked in. She weighs about 1,000 pounds.
Oh, the 90s.
Now who's the bully?
That's a physical impossibility, and stay focused. We're on a mission.
Shut up, nerd.
Kid wants to cut off water to the fountain. The guy goes over to the fountain, checks the hole. Right as they say now, he trips over it. They spin it. The handle comes off. Water shoots, hits the opera singer.
Well, his brother downstairs wants to know, is he on the mark?
Not yet.
Kyle, what's he doing?
Not yet.
Because there is an urgency increase.
There is. You're right.
It escalates. Young Frank Kyle. Young Kyle Dukes.
Oh, my God.
No. Opera lady gets sprayed. Then Lionel, he flings Neil in the air. Opera lady catches Neil.
Well,
who's growling.
She catches a doll.
She falls back into the fountain, still spraying Lionel, who waves his hands. Doesn't do shit. Could have stepped an inch to the side. Would have been fine, but nope.
Guys, I summarized that whole scene with comedy.
I got comedy in a lot of my notes. They abort mission. They're on the run on rollerblades.
The reveal that they're on rollerblades is incredible.
20 CV.
You could daisy chain to Airborne. Great movie.
I will not.
Receptionist tells Mr. Grant, step out here for a moment. Security sees them booking it through the hallway. They split up. Kyle's dumbass goes crashing into a shelf of toilet paper that crashes down on him.
Toilet paper?
Now, here's the crazy thing. In 24 years, he'll be the richest man in the world if that happened to him.
George Costanza is looking at the madness of the fountain. Wasn't this a pleasant way to start the day?
In the group chat, Zach texted us. He was chittering. He was like, what happened? He said, have you guys seen this reveal? And I thought this is the reveal you were talking about.
No, sir.
Because George Costanza comes out with hair.
With hair, yeah.
He's still thinning. They gave him a toupee to still be almost bald. I don't know why.
Cut to Spaulding blow drying Neil.
After Neil Armstrong,
the first man on the moon. Yes, he was.
and he's very, very sensitive.
Yes, well, I can see that just from looking into his eyes.
I just hope he hasn't suffered any severe trauma.
He's giving him a card for a pet psychologist in the city. It doesn't matter.
20 CB, because this was meant to be comedy, right?
Comedy.
Nowadays, that's real.
Cut to George talking to the kids in the kitchen, explaining they were aiming for Norm for stealing their Frisbee. He didn't steal their Frisbee. He dug it out of some smoked salmon in the breakfast buffet where they threw it. These kids are shitheads.
Oh, yeah.
Zach, they live in a luxury hotel.
Do they? Got questions.
No wonder their mom died.
Yep.
Wow.
She committed suicide, like Neil.
Why is that a gong? You think that they didn't kill this mom?
You're dead.
Oh, you think they killed the mom?
George does a guilt trip thing, grabs a knife, hands it to Kyle, turns around.
Stab me in the back. No, please, I insist. Brian, you too. Get me another knife. Just push it in and start carving. You might as well. He needs a perfect week because the Crystal Ball exposition is coming up.
Sure is.
I am going to be skewered, roasted, and served up as dead duck flambe. That's a dead duck flambe, man.
Unless they prefer moving from a 5-star hotel to a trailer park, no further disturbances. You haven't saved any money?
None.
He's actually paying for a room this entire time, unfortunately.
Bad business.
We'll meet the Dubrows soon.
Next week, vacation, Barbados, 10 days. Then they get to be the guests. They get to nag and complain and make other people's lives miserable. That's the message you're teaching your kids?
Mm-hmm.
No wonder they killed their mom.
Well, question, when you worked at Oakley, for example, Zach, now whenever you walk into an Oakley store, are you more empathetic towards the Oakley store employees, or are you harsher on them because you know what it takes to be a top Oakley man?
Well, look, I'm judging them constantly.
Of course.
Because you know what?
What?
If I walk in there and Taffer's doing kind of like a Save This Oakley Store thing.
Is there a hat on or no?
Well, I'm wearing a hat because I'm hiding.
Okay, got it.
But then once it reveals it's me, I want him to go, Zach Harper, one of the best salesmen in the game.
One of my dear friends. We've been through a lot of wars together, haven't we?
All right. They're both grounded. Cut to George bringing the boys dinner. This bingo Kyle is standing behind a fish tank with snorkel gear, practicing snorkeling. Comedy.
He wants to shoot a shark? Has he not seen Jaws the Revenge?
He wants to shoot a shark with a spear gun? You're telling me he didn't murder his mom?
The video poker was bullshit money, right? There's no way that you could be playing for real money on video poker on a PC in 1995.
I think you could, man.
Maybe. I don't know.
He's up $400. So
oh shit, this kid's got to make some money. Yeah, because his dad's not saving any money.
They could get him out of the trailer park at this point.
He's going to buy the hotel tomorrow.
Hold on. It's not petty thief Chris Dubois, okay? He's not buying the Rockefeller oil business.
Well, they all did just fine.
Costanza is wasting a filet mignon on a kid that won't appreciate it.
This ungrateful little shit.
Yes, filet mignon from a 5-star hotel, but also, you're not going to tell me this is the best steak in town. A hotel kitchen? No way.
He says it's a 5-star restaurant, so maybe they're getting it from the restaurant.
It's a 5-star hotel. So if there's a hotel with the restaurant, does that mean that the restaurant is 5 stars? Are they independently certified here?
That's a great question.
They're independently certified. Also, even if they aren't, even if they are a 5-star restaurant, once you get to room service,
that's different.
Not necessarily coming from the restaurant.
Kid wants to learn how to cook their own food.
But what if we get in a plane crash, like coming back from Barbados? And we're stranded in the jungle, and we have to use spear guns to shoot our food. But we don't know how to cook it or anything.
You think the same way your mother did. Did I ever tell you that before?
Is that good?
Well, it was never boring.
Ah, yes. Dead wife's position.
A heaping portion of unnatural mommy talk.
I want to meet this mom.
Well, you can't. They killed her.
She's dead.
Put a pin in that one, though.
Front desk, count the dings. 3.
Brian walks away to harass some French girls staying at the hotel while he's grounded. He's a predator.
Horny.
Who we're talking about Lincoln Center.
I wonder what that means.
This Brian Grant, not the NBA one, this hotel one,
who's traded for Shaq,
is so unsettling to look at.
Yes.
He looks like Claire Danes.
He does. That's a good note. He's in that weird puberty stage where he's not a child, but he hasn't figured it out yet.
Careful.
No, I'm just saying the looks.
I don't like how this sounds.
Well, how do you like this? This is the Brian Grant who should have got Parkinson's.
Yeah, you made it better there.
You're not wrong.
Just saying.
What if he gets it?
I would be happy. Thrilled.
Massive trunk is getting delivered. Brian is offering extra towels or a bucket of ice to the girls. They walk away. Kyle is molesting this trunk of a stranger.
The sound that he heard inside the trunk was the orangutan going, oh.
He starts knocking on it. It knocks back. He's following the same rhythm, but it gets interrupted because Rupert Everett and his horrendous kid toucher mustache stop him by hitting the trunk with his cane.
Thwacks the trunk, gap tooth, fake teeth, stash, and ascot. Ascot month continues.
Yeah.
He says it slipped out of his hand. CT5 liar. Kyle heard something in there. Probably one of my sport coats. They're terribly loud. CT5 liar.
Well, no, it's a joke.
Don't you think that's funny?
He bullies the kid into Doc Rivers laughing at his fucking joke.
He gets it now. That's better. Ask Kyle if he'd like to see a little trick. Pulls a silver dollar from behind his ears.
Money ears.
Yeah. Minaj?
Money ears.
Money.
Magic tricks. Could be a daisy chain.
Oh, Money ears is a golden dumpster.
His specialty is making nosy little boys disappear. What?
Uh-huh.
Kyle starts to run away. He pulls him back by his hoodie with the cane, wants his dollar back. Lord Rutledge checks into the hotel, flirting with a woman with a diamond on her necklace.
Flirting? She's throwing it.
Oh.
She's letting everybody know that Mr. Della Croce is not in town. And she's definitely had sex before.
She's Patrick Mahomes throwing that shit all over the field. And as we get to zoom in on her diamond pendant necklace, we learn Mr. Della Croce's got some popos.
Cut to Rutledge opening the trunk in his room. There's a black curtain inside of it. He says, let's get to work. A hairy hand pulls the curtain.
4, 3, 2.
Same note too, and it's a fucking orangutan in a Hawaiian shirt with sunglasses on. Holy fuck. Amin, remember that thing that Bobby Lee was
his search history?
A little bit in that first shot. This thing is dressed like Mac.
Ed shows up in the same outfit, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
Ed's got jeans on.
But he's got a Hawaiian shirt. He doesn't have shades, maybe.
No, but he's got a hat. He's got a baseball glove. He's ready for action.
And we also see his hand first. So it's a very similar entrance.
Yeah.
Rutledge whips out his Toshiba T4900 CT with a whopping 772 megabit hard drive and 8 megabytes of RAM.
8?
I don't know that PC could even handle one of our recordings for this podcast.
One.
It's not recording shit.
It couldn't handle one of our pictures.
We couldn't put the audio file on this thing.
The hard drive's not big enough.
Yeah.
You haven't thought about the size. You bitch.
He says 300 rooms equals 600 earrings.
This is bad math.
I don't think that's accurate.
Every single room has one woman with one pair of earrings.
Except we've already met at least one person who doesn't have a woman with him.
And Della Croce has about 80 pairs of earrings on her own.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the 600 earrings, all in her room.
He types in the name Della Croce and a 3D rendering of the hotel spins around. We go to her room.
We built this blueprint. We built this blueprint on CGI. Her room rate is $580 a night. In 1996, that's almost $1,200 a night in today money.
For the deluxe suite. And this is a 5-star hotel.
That seems pretty cheap.
Dog, she didn't get the Dr. Knox suite. Her suite was pretty average. The suite that the fucking Grants live in, that shit is crazy.
That's not a fucking apartment.
It's an apartment. It's a 3-bedroom, split level. He's working for free. That's why he doesn't have any money, Zach.
You're right.
He's working for room and board, basically. All you can eat.
They don't charge him food. Yeah.
Then her headshot pops up with an itemized insurance registration, including her Aston Martin and yacht, which are certainly not here at the Majestic with her.
Well, they got a little Pier 17. Maybe it's right there.
Dunston takes his cigarette. Rutledge thought he stopped smoking. It will stunt your growth.
Comedy.
Dunston shakes his head.
He says, give it back. I said, why would you want it back?
Because
monkey spit. How delicious.
Oh my God.
Spit good. Spit's good, huh?
He's diddling this monkey.
Rutledge is now dressed like a bellhop. Dunston has an ice bucket on his head like a bingo.
This is where I said, I'm not going to look at this photograph, this monkey.
I have 2 words to say to you. Medical experiments. He gives the bucket to Rutledge. He wants Dunston to go to his room, aka the trunk. He threatens him with his cane, and he runs into the trunk and whimpers.
Ass off.
Oh, absolutely.
Dunston looks shook, dude.
He knows what he's doing.
Laura Rutledge says, spare the rod and spoil the monkey. And I always thought if you spank the monkey, you're actually spoiling the monkey.
Yeah, those both sound like euphemisms for
jacking,
pleasuring yourself.
Cut to the staff freaking out because Dubrow has pulled up in a limo. Everybody's radioing,
Dubrow alert!
Brow alert, Dubrow alert, Dubrow alert.
Put the hotel on Dubrow alert.
It's Faye Dunaway.
Did you guys not notice one of the employees who pops up in the screen like Lance Stevenson saying, Dubrow's here? It's fucking Mos Def. Look at this photograph. Check it out on YouTube.
Most stuff was not in this movie.
100% he's in this.
It is not, and now I am concerned for you because I'm looking at the photograph you sent.
Okay.
I'm going to wait. I haven't looked at any of these photographs that he sent.
Okay.
I also will watch it on YouTube for the first time.
It's closer to so-so deaf than most deaf.
Okay, what? I did that.
She makes a note to self.
Lobby 3 degrees too cold. Doorman slow to open car door. 2 crushed butts in ashtray number 1. Make that 4 degrees too cold.
Victor is following her. It's her husband. One of the staff runs into her with Neil in her hands. She apologizes. It's Consuelo.
Which I thought was odd.
Yeah.
Is it Consuelo?
Why Consuelo?
One of the things that threw me off completely, I don't know if you guys watched that show on Netflix, The 4 Seasons with Tina Fey.
No, I haven't watched it yet. I got it queued.
One of the characters is an Italian guy named Claude.
Are
you guys for scuba?
And it bothered me the entire time that he's not Claudio. Why would he have a French name in Italy? I needed that answered. Why would she be named Consuelo?
Why would your dad?
Damn it.
Oh, Daddy.
Maze, I need you to clip from Family Guy. Consuelo going, no.
Mr. Superman, no home.
No.
Don't clip it. Just have you do it.
What is the drama?
No, I have no money.
Just take this flyer, and if you see this baby.
No.
She puts Consuelo into her tape recorder as a name. George is warned about the alert. His kid is rambling about this trunk. He ushers his kid out of the room. Dubrow doesn't like kids, but she wants to kick Big Bird in the nuts. But she's on her way, so he picks the kid up by the waistband, throws him under his desk.
Costanza schmoozing. Old bald man Dubrow has Tourette's and blurts out, fluffy towels! He tells him to keep up on the feedback cards so he knows what the guests want, which is fluffy towels.
She has exciting news. The Le Monde people have decided to award a 6 star to the most elite hotels in the world. She has it on good authority. They have a person here now.
She's lustily staring at this plaque and pins her own brooch on it as the 6 star because she wants it so bad.
I'll say it. Faye Dunaway could get it.
Oh, yeah.
Salute to all the old ladies around the world. I love you.
Me too. All of them? Shout out to old ladies.
All of them.
The Crystal Ball is the social event of the season. She wants that 6 star. And next week, she's anticipating interviews with magazines. She wants them in that picture. But the vacation plans from the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, shit.
He tells her. She says no 6 times.
This little shit under his desk blurts out whatever he feels like, huh?
You promised.
He can't shut the fuck up?
If you want to kill me, just kill me. Pick something up and beat me over the head.
Why is he talking to his crotch?
Golden dumpster.
He asks if there's a problem. He says no, and then yes. Second time he's had to cancel.
No, 3rd.
Word. What's the word I'm looking for? I hate when that happens.
And he hits him with the fucking paper.
She says when they get the 6 star, he'll get a big bonus, can take them somewhere fabulous. But if we don't get the 6 star, well, time off just won't be a problem, will it?
Hold on. So it's either huge bonus or get fired?
Yeah.
Yep.
Jesus.
James Dolan.
One more thing. Yeah. Remember that back 8 months ago? One more thing, since it's such an important time for the hotel, fire somebody. Hasn't asked him to fire anybody since Christmas. Clumsy clerk with a foreign-sounding name, Consuelo. She'll do.
No.
Then Victor informs him. Maze, clip yourself. Victor informs him there's a small boy under his desk as they're leaving.
He's definitely a diddler, Mr. Dubrow, right?
Everybody in this movie might be.
You don't pick up on shit like that unless you're diddling.
No.
He said it so matter-of-factly.
Yeah.
You left one.
I thought the bit with Mr. Dubrow was that he's got dementia or something.
Nope.
He's got his faculties.
Just a diddler.
This dumb little shithead kid starts yelling at his dad. You got to be kidding me.
Well, he did promise vacation, so I get it. But Costanza gives Consuelo a week's vacation on the condition that she runs out crying to fake it. She builds up to it like an old car starting its engine.
He's ass on.
Well, Dubrow buys it.
It is ass on, and the whole staff is frozen as she runs out. Faye is pleased. They're all scared.
As she runs out, Costanza says, bueno. And I said, Louis Pinnock, but then I didn't realize how often the fucking orangutan would be talking in this movie.
Cut to the kids with the security guy at the monitors. Kyle wants him to see Rutledge. Brian has him zooming in on girls at the pool. This is a crime.
It's the French babes.
Hornballs.
From Lincoln Center.
Brian Grant's a hornball?
It's a crime.
And the security guy who obliges in this is a hornball as well.
This one really liked me. What do you think? They're okay.
You're evaluating these children? Because these are not women, by the way.
No, they're children.
Okay.
It's distracting them from seeing Rutledge break into De La Croce's room. As a bellhop, he puts a red ribbon in the window of the room. George has to schmooze the guests. Cut to Rutledge at the bar, charming an older woman.
Yucking it up.
Chinatown.
Doc Rivers press conference. The human body can only stand so many centuries of inbreeding.
Same note, too.
Tittering.
George walks by, wants to know if he's the manager, asks if he keeps the champagne near the furnace.
And another Doc Rivers press conference laugh.
So much disdain as he ignores the handshake from Costanza, really lording it over him. Goes on to say he could have bathed in it had there been any soap.
Terribly sorry. Yes, you should be. He's off to go after Della Croce. Sees her get into a cab. He uses his cell phone to call Dunston's beeper.
Yep, he beeps Dunston.
20 CB, baby.
Who is flipping channels in the room.
Watching Planet of the fucking Apes.
Watching Charlton Heston, and he gets very interested.
The way he sits up.
Yes.
Shit, Planet of the Apes is on.
Ass off, dude.
Ass off.
When Charlton Heston kisses the ape.
Oh, yeah.
It's a dog seeing another dog on television.
He applauds.
It's someone watching pornography.
He's horny and he's loving it.
Absolutely.
His beeper goes off and he goes over to his all black outfit hanging in the trunk.
It is Batman time.
Schumacher batsuit montage.
Getting dressed like Batman as a horseman.
But before that, we see a look at this photograph of Dunston, Sampson, and Rutledge.
Oh, yep. Saved up too.
Dressed like a circus performer.
O'Malley's original orangutan.
I thought it was his dad at first.
And he is so ass off.
Dude.
Looking sad, thinking about Samson.
Same fucking note too.
You walked away with that?
This ape can act.
The note I walked away with is Samson is ass off in that picture.
No question.
Runs in the family.
Samson blew me away with how sad he looked.
You'll see him look at this photograph. He's wistful.
Kyle wants to hang out with his brother who gives him the cold shoulder. What is this wee stuff? And Kyle's supposed to walk Neil the dog.
This is where we find out that this is a a split level apartment that they live in, which is a hotel suite.
Dunston is getting dressed.
Fanny pack.
Sweat shorts.
Helmet with the flashlight on it.
A miner's helmet.
What?
ER.
Oh, okay. What? ER?
Oh.
What?
Miner's helmet.
We get a swirling camera shot around the back of the trunk with his hands on his hips like he's ready for action.
It's kind of a Bond theme.
Goes out the window, swings around the ledges, and climbs up.
Spalding tells Kyle about Neil's name origin. I love astronauts, don't you? Why can't this guy walk him?
I had the same question, and I chalked it up to rich guy shit.
Okay.
Kyle is dressed like the 20 CB. It reminds me of Richie Rich at the police station trying to dress down. Hoodies and hats and jackets and all type of shit.
Dunston's moving up that building. He sees Neil and Kyle playing. He's going to go to the ribbon.
The ADR is cracking me up. Making noises as he climbs up and down.
He gets in the window. He's army crawling?
Yep.
Holy shit.
Over to the light switch.
This guy can move. He does it all.
But why?
Because what if there were lasers in there?
He's prepared.
Why would your dad?
Oh, that's true.
He sees all of her fake stuff, lashes, contacts, silicone pads, teeth.
Denture water.
Teeth.
He drinks it.
Gross.
Phone rings. Dunston, it's Daddy. Everything going according to plan. Dunston's blowing raspberries. Don't forget, jewels, not junk.
Grabs a gold watch, some gum, gold coins.
Gold chocolate coins.
Sprays perfume into his mouth and then breaks the bottle. Then he chugs.
Took that shit to the head.
A bottle of perfume, yes.
To the head. Like the girl from the cookout in Don't Be a Menace. I need to be a real woman. That's what he does to perfume.
This motherfucker starts trying on hats like he's fucking Ed.
Hat montage.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, you didn't like that?
No, I sure didn't.
Wow, this is really territorial of you, Zach.
Yeah.
So you didn't mind the similar introduction, but now that he's doing a clothes montage, that's a bridge too far.
Yeah, now you're fucking ripping my guy off. That's bullshit.
Hey, ripping my...
Puts underwear on his head. This is outlandish.
Della Croce's fucking underwear on his head, and you know.
I don't like where this is going.
I'm just saying, she's already established she's horny. So the Mandaroos, they're not.
Finds more jewelry to take. Lights off in the room. It's an absolute mess. Goes over, finds one more box on the table. It's got a shitload of jewelry in it. Brooches, diamonds, necklaces, bracelets, earrings. Oof.
Thank God he turned back.
He leaves. He heads towards the roof. Kyle's running Neil on this little dog landing up there.
What?
Yeah, this is not a great place to take your pet to pee. It's gravel.
Yeah.
On the roof.
Take him to the fucking street.
He's saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 20 CB?
Yeah.
Because I feel like this used to happen all the time. Anytime anyone was marching or walking anywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, we got one of those.
Neil smells Dunston.
He's roughing at the ledge.
This dumb dog runs and jumps off the roof.
Like Amin's fantasy in the Morbius episode.
You're dead.
Holy shit. This is a kid's movie? Neil just pulled a Tony Scott.
Oh boy.
Yapping all the way to the bottom, he yaps past Spaulding's window and lands in a golden dumpster waiting at the bottom. He's fine.
No, he'd still be dead.
No,
He'd still be dead.
fine.
No, beep bop boop it.
Cushion your fall.
Beep bop boop it.
He's dead. That dog is dead, man.
That dog's dead.
You are dead.
Kyle's leaning over the edge yelling for him. Dunston pops up and kisses him.
What? What?
That's sexual assault.
It knocks him back in shock. He gets up, looks around. Dunston's gone.
That is sexual assault on a minor.
Yes.
OR.
Dunston needs to go to jail.
Hurt people, Zach. You don't know his past.
Kyle brings Neil back to Spaulding, covered in garbage. Kid wants a tip. Door closed on his face. Comedy. George tells Kyle he knows he's upset about the vacation. No excuse to throw a guest dog into the garbage.
You're not more mad that he threw him off the roof of the building?
Well, he didn't include that part. Spaulding didn't know that. Let me guess, you decided to give him a coffee grounds bath to improve his coat.
He jumped off the dog walk. The dog is suicidal? Is that what you're trying to tell me? He smelled the monster on the ledge and jumped over.
Monster on the ledge! Smelly ledge monster!
This dumb fuck doesn't know what an orangutan is?
No.
He's too old not to know that.
He got sneak attack kissed. He doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Traumatized, Zach. You think he's over here rationally remembering things?
He thought it was a gargoyle come to life.
The original cuck.
I hate Brian's face so much. Every time they get a good shot of Brian's face, I fucking hate it. Oh, I hate his face.
Grounds them both. Tells Brian Grant, no more cucking using the video. And I'm like, you know about this shit?
These are bad kids.
No, it's a bad dad.
Of course. But you got to remember, they killed their mom. So he's probably afraid.
What about the security guy who enables this shit?
The kid toucher?
That's your employee.
No retribution on him, even though that guy told Costanza almost certainly that it was happening.
For sure.
What about the other kid? Doesn't he get grounded? And he says, think of something you like. Something you really like. You got it? Know that. And he looked exactly like Costanza on that one.
He did.
You're not doing no characters now, man.
Cut to Della Croce getting back. Freaks out at the room being ransacked. Rutledge gets back to the Majestic. How was the play? Delightful. Haven't slept that well in months.
Back in his room with Dunston. Show daddy what you got.
What?
About $1.
Opens the tiny fanny pack that somehow fit an entire trunk's worth of jewelry into and hands him a stick of gum. Then leaps out of the chair, barrel rolls, climbs a Chesterfield. Rutledge threatens Dunston, grabs his cane. You remember what happened to Samson?
What?
As an extendo claw head massager pops out of the cane.
What?
Got a massage to death?
He fucking stuck it up his ass is what he did. Then opened it up inside of him. Wow. And Samson died.
Dunston pulls out something shiny. It's the perfume case that he chugged.
Stopper.
Yeah.
Hits Rutledge in the face with it, tackles him, and escapes.
The squeal when he jumps on Lord Rutledge.
Yeah.
I laughed so fucking hard. What?
He's an orangutan. He could just kill him.
Oh, yeah.
He's strong.
It's his dad, though.
And he's also horny, so.
Why would you kill your dad?
Why would you kill your dad? Yeah. He makes a break for the window.
Dunston, daddy's sorry.
Oh, daddy.
Shakes his head and titters.
This is when it says titters.
Didn't get any of that.
It didn't say that for you? Wow.
All I got was him slapping his ass at him.
More tittering after he slaps his ass. Rutledge says he has lovely bananas for him. Don't you wave your hairy bottom at me.
Not waving it. He's slapping it.
Remember, we're partners. This is business straight down the line. What?
You get a trunk.
How are you sharing money with an orangutan?
Buying him bananas.
He just told you 50-50.
Putting it in a savings account for him.
Why am I upside down? Oh.
Hanging from your feet.
It's money in the banana stand.
He's shouting, Dunston! As loud as he can, and Dunston escapes.
Goes in the air vents. Cut to Kyle's bedroom, which is in a 5-star hotel.
So they got an upstairs and a downstairs. He's got his own bedroom. I can only assume that Brian Grant's not sleeping with Costanza. So Brian Grant got his own bedroom. 3-bedroom, split level, living room.
Yeah.
In a 5-star hotel. This room takes at least $10K a night, right?
Easily. That they're not utilizing. You're right. He's not making a salary.
Not a dime.
George turns off the light. Kyle says leave it on. Kid looks at a picture of his dead mom, says goodnight.
Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
When he said it was never boring, when Costanza said that, I understand it now.
Don't say that. You still say goodnight to mom? Yeah, it's not stupid or anything, is it? No, pal. Not stupid at all.
Next to the photo of his mom, and thank you to Amin for bringing this to my attention with a look at this photograph, is a stuffed lion. And that means that we did it again.
Oh.
4 lion movies in a row. Lion Year continues. Lions.
Oh, wait. We have that earlier in the movie, I think.
There's a lion earlier in the movie?
It might look at this photograph. There's lion decor.
Oh, shit.
I was saving that for a look at this photograph, but yeah.
Double stuff. Look at that.
I know.
2 lions.
Sky rockets in flight.
Security reviewing the footage outside Della Croce's room.
They got a camera trained on just her door.
On all the doors.
Creepy.
5 stars.
Oh, I guess so.
Then they see Lord Rutledge poking around, looking in the laundry chute.
Dunston? Danny.
Faye thinks he must be the man from Le Monde because he's so thorough.
USAA knows dynamic duos can save the day, like superheroes and sidekicks, or auto and home insurance. With USAA, you can bundle your auto and home and save up to 10%. Visit USAA.com/bundle.
Bundle savings are off total premium, not available in all states or in all situations. To qualify, auto policy must be active prior to property policy issue, subject to change. Restrictions apply. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
Through the Starbucks College Achievement Plan, full and part-time Starbucks baristas receive 100% upfront college tuition coverage so they can focus on achieving their dreams, not how they'll pay for school. And those dreams might start with a degree in management, biochemistry, or any of the more than 150 offered. At Starbucks, benefits like college tuition coverage are just the start. Learn more at starbucks.com/partners.
On WhatsApp, no one can see or hear your personal messages. Whether it's a voice call, message, or sending a password. To WhatsApp, it's all just this. So whether you're sharing the streaming password in the family chat or trading those late-night voice messages that could basically become a podcast, your personal messages stay between you, your friends, and your family. No one else. Not even us. WhatsApp. Message privately with everyone.
Shop 4th of July savings at the Home Depot right now and get up to 40% off, plus up to an extra $600 off select appliances with free delivery, like Samsung. From all-in-one washer dryers to smart refrigerators, upgrade to tech you can trust with Samsung appliances. The Home Depot has what you need to simplify your routine. Don't miss 4th of July appliance savings at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid June 18th through July 9th. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
Cut to Kyle taking a Spider-Man doll to the bathroom to pee. Dunston is watching him pee.
That doll is massive.
Yeah.
Why is he carrying it to the bathroom? And by the way, when Dunston watches him, which is, again, creepy and super horny.
Crime.
He then tries to grab the doll, pulls it away from him. Does Kyle let go of the doll? No. Does Kyle stop peeing? No. Ladies and gentlemen, there's piss everywhere.
Has to be.
All over this bathroom.
And that kid didn't clean any of it up.
Nope.
He's half asleep.
He didn't even flush.
No.
20 CB toilet bowl. It's all green and shit. Why do they have colored toilet bowls?
Oh. He goes back to bed and then suddenly wakes up and screams, "Dad, there's a gorilla in the bathroom." Kid's an idiot.
Costanza frustrated. Tells him he can watch TV if he can't sleep. It's King Kong! Oh!
If only he could pitch.
Repeat offender?
Yeah.
Cut to the kid setting a trap of bowls of fruit in front of the vent, hides a camcorder in the laundry basket.
20 CB camera.
I got so confused because I thought the fruit bowls were fake fruit from the bathroom, but maybe there was real fruit in the bathroom. Either way, ridiculous. Now we see that footage as Dunston chugs toilet water, finds the camera.
No, he chugged piss because that kid didn't flush.
Never flushed. Yep.
He looks at the camcorder. Now he sees him in real time eating a banana by Kyle, pushing George's back as he's asleep. George thinks it's Kyle wanting to sleep in the bed with him. Dunston hops in.
Tapped him on the shoulder because you know what he wants.
Oh, did you brush your teeth? Wearing your flannels?
You know why he asked, did you brush your teeth? Right.
Because it stinks.
Because it's an orangutan.
No, because it smells like you just drank a toilet bowl full of piss.
Fade to black. Alarm clock goes off. Dunston's still in bed.
And ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to give away, look at this photograph, but 100% these two fucked. That is post-coital cuddling. I know it when I see it.
No, because that implies that he thinks he fucked his son.
He spooned the shit out of that fucking orangutan.
I don't.
Big spoon, little spoon.
No, this is a Teen Witch situation. I can't allow this.
No, it's not.
Mace.
Well, you know what? You watch it and look at this photograph.
He hits the snooze. Dunston jumps out of bed and leaves. George smells the bed. He walks out to Kyle on the couch. You slept all over the place. Kyle wakes up, runs to the bathroom, finds the carnage of the eaten food in the open vent.
Well, he throws that soaked piss Spider-Man doll. His dad catches it. It's all over him now.
Brian can't believe he lost the camcorder. Kyle says the gorilla did it. Kid's an idiot.
Rutledge ominously tracking them. They're staring down an air shaft in what looks like the place where Morris Chestnut and Steven Seagal had a chain swinging fight.
It's not an air shaft. It's the dumbwaiter where they throw the dirty laundry.
The laundry chute, which functions just like an air shaft, but thanks for no butting me and getting it wrong.
He looks down the shaft, and that's when I realize, oh, he wants this motherfucker to climb down. And this dumbass, Brian Grant, says to him, make that 3 months allowance and 6 months of making my bed. And I ask the question, worst negotiator, Brian Grant or Nico Harrison?
Motherfucker Jones?
You're pretty bad at negotiating.
You should not run a Pinkberry.
50,000. No. Oh, come on. 600.
Before he goes down on this pulley system they somehow have devised, Brian says, if anything happens to me, there's a box of magazines under my bed. Get rid of them, okay? Porn humor?
Yeah. Top heavy.
Is it top heavy? Same note to Bing.
Daisy chain.
There you go.
They lower him down. Ahmed throws sheets in his face. Now Dunston is directly behind Kyle, watching him.
Oh, comedy.
Brian finds hair stuck to the wall. Then Dunston's yanking the rope.
Yep.
He's hanging upside down. Kyle slowly shakes his extended hand. And then Rutledge bursts in. Kyle, startled, drops the rope. Brian
falls to his death.
Plummets to his death.
Brian's dead.
So that's 2 falls in this movie that would definitely kill you.
Yeah.
But he landed in a bunch of sheets, so he's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
His neck is broken.
He fell 20 stories.
You're dead. His fucking spine is finely ground powder.
You are dead.
You could snort it.
He gets up. I'm going to kill him.
No, you're not. You're dead.
The entire hotel hears him yelling as we cut around to all the staff members. And Rutledge says, Daddy's very angry, Dunston. Very angry indeed.
I don't like when Mace reads those lines.
Daddy.
Dunston starts throwing objects at him, hits him with a hook.
This heavy-ass industrial hook that swings past.
It would crush the back of his skull.
Rutledge is now dead. This shit would have caved the fucking back of his head in. Boom. Done.
Dunston then tackles Kyle into the laundry chute. They go flying down. They land in the laundry basket.
They're dead.
Screaming and spinning. The camera's spinning. They stare at each other at the end and say, whoa.
They both fell headfirst.
You are dead.
Then Dunston takes Kyle to his cum cocoon, where he's got all of his stolen stuff, including the camcorder, which he ripped apart all of the tape.
Yeah, he turned the tape into a giant nest.
He fucked it up like he was Sean Penn and that camera was the paparazzi. Fucking destroyed that shit.
But he gives the camcorder back. Kyle knows his name is Dunston now, asks if the guy is always mean to him.
Dunston ass off, looking sad.
Nobody's going to hurt you now. Dunston rubs his head.
Musses his hair. It's like the ear thing that Craven and his brother do, you know?
Money ears.
Money ears.
Money ears.
The sound is so fucking...
money ears.
How is it not on the soundboard, Maze?
I was trying.
You got to do it.
I had 50 fucking photos to go through to make look at this photograph. It was on my to-do list.
No, you got to do it. You got to do it.
Money ears.
Cut to Dubrow hiding and telling George Lamont's spy is named Rutledge. He lies and said that Lord Rutledge said they are the champagne
Laura
of hotels.
And enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Hey! Oh, champagne!
CT5 liars, Costanza.
Kyle's hiding Dunston under a room service cart. Rutledge stops him. He's diddling. He quickly looks under the cart, but Dunston isn't there now. Rutledge thinks Dunston went into the elevator, rushes in before the doors close. Again, not how elevator doors ever work. Dunston has snuck into the health spa somehow and no one saw. I smell comedy coming.
Spalding's working out.
Maze,
put this song.
All about that funk boat that I'm about to start sailing now. All your riggers and all your party chickens, everybody's in the funky blowout. You know where set sail from, just around the corner from the Portobello Road. Downtown W10 in my place, baby, do what you done told.
All you riggers and party jiggers. I said, oh.
Wow.
So many exclamation points.
Yes. Bingo.
We said, all you riggers. I thought, what'd you say?
That one you can gong.
And then he rhymed it with party jiggers, and I was like, oh, you're doing this on purpose.
Spalding sashaying across the weight room in rhythm. Dunston hiding behind bottles of Evian, just like Richie Rich. The wealthy have Evian in the gym.
Yeah.
Then removes a pin from the machine. Spaulding goes flying with no resistance. He flips over.
Comedy.
Ha! Physical comedy. And Dunston steals his glasses. Della Croce is getting rubbed down in the spa by a handsome masseuse.
He is trying to fuck by any means necessary.
Have I mentioned that Mr. Della Croce is nowhere to be found? He chuckles. He's going to go get some special oil.
Every cock that she encounters must be informed that Mr. Della Croce is out of town.
Right when he leaves, Dunston checks in.
Now hear me out. An orangutan massage could be amazing. He's got, I'm just saying, he's got 4 hands, basically.
You can't say that when Zach's walked away.
What?
He's got 4 hands, basically. Why don't you guys offer that at the back of your photo date bar?
Why doesn't your dad?
Dunston squirts lotion, starts rubbing. She loves it.
It's phone a bar, not phone a date bar. It's phone a bar.
Dunston is tittering, climbs on her back. She calls it amazing. He's standing on her lower back and neck like a skateboard, waving his arms around.
He's spanking her ass. She wants more. This is a children's movie.
Oh, you're astounding. Don't know what you're doing, but it's fabulous.
Maze, I need you to clip.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Because she absolutely popped. She climaxed in a children's movie.
Well, then he leaves. The masseuse comes back in, and she grabs him immediately to bang.
Yep, time for round 2.
Rutledge walks into the spa to look. Kyle finds Dunston. They're avoiding Rutledge. Kyle's going to get his dad for help. Kisses Dunston on the head.
Dunston sees 2 ladies with cucumber masks, including Charlie Kelly's mom. He licks their face.
Dunston's turned on. All he does is lick and kiss people. This orangutan is horny.
He needs to go to jail.
Well, it needs to be fixed.
In jail.
I don't know if that happens in jail.
She thinks it's a loofah. Interesting perfume. Is that musk? Spaulding walks in. Dunston left Spaulding's glasses on her, stole one of her cucumbers. He sees the glasses, grabs them. She sees him, slaps the shit out of him.
Gasps, yells, pervert.
Comedy.
Dunston drops a cucumber in the hallway. Spaulding slips on it.
Comedy.
Cut to Brian telling George Kyle tried to kill him and he should be in a special school.
Yes, bingo.
Same note too, Maze. Special school.
George gets a call, wants to know what Kyle is doing in the spa. They both walk in. Kyle is screaming at his father from 2 feet away.
Wasn't a monster, a monkey.
Screaming.
And his name is Dunston.
Mace, I was going to ask you to supercharge something.
Say it.
I'm just not going to say it.
It's going to get supercharged.
I don't want to give him more work.
Chop, chop. It's out. Cool. Boom.
Sound more.
What?
Brian's like, see, I told you. Brian tries to holler at another broad for a second.
This kid's a predator.
They poke around the spot looking for Dunston, but instead find Rutledge. That's the guy. He's got a monkey and he tried to hurt him. You're in trouble now.
What?
My dad's here.
Dad!
George is admonishing him for being in the spa.
Calls the hotel shoddily run.
George starts apologizing.
Invites him to dinner. Kyle is sad. Dunston finds a greenhouse with some plants poking through the vent. Costanza goes to see Mrs. Feldman and Mrs. Winthrop, but he mixes them up.
Well, first of all, let me say how grateful we all are for the wonderful work that your organization has been doing in its fight against Tinea versicolor.
It's a skin disease. Not deadly, just unsightly. All the good diseases were taken.
Yes, they were.
I enjoyed this diversion with these 2 old ladies.
Yeah, this wasn't bad. This scene is pretty good.
Dunston swings into the greenhouse. Costanza is about to talk shit about the 4 seasons. And Dunston swings by the window. Holy shit!
He must really hate the 4 seasons. I laughed, Golden Dumpster, but I said, this is a kid's movie.
Well, they've already talked about pornography and they've done a lot of sexual assault, so.
Stammering, money, monkey, money, fumbles with the door, hops on the phone, calls security, call animal control, call my son and apologize to him because I'm not going to do that. Hyperventilating. He's got a monkey in his hotel. He heads into the greenhouse.
The old women are pouring alcohol into their tea.
From their flask, he's calling out, monkey, while looking for Dunston, and Dunston jumps on his face. He's screaming.
It's a lot of him screaming. Then Buck Lafarge, animal control, pulls up.
Holy shit, Pee-wee Herman.
It's Paul Rubens.
Pee-wee looking around the lobby ominously with a golf bag full of guns. Costanza re-enters looking disheveled, about to explain. Phone rings. He walks right back out. Now he's flipping through a police department book of apes. Clip it all.
All these monkeys are criminals? Well, that kind of looks like them.
Pongo pygmaeus. You've got an orangutan problem, Mr. Grant.
Where did he come from?
Well, ma'am, when two orangutans fall in love.
I think she means how did he get in the hotel?
Oh. My guess? The sewers.
I beg your pardon?
Hypothetical situation. It's Easter. You think it might be cute to put a baby orangutan in your kid's basket. Well, at first it is cute. Then it gets bigger. The kids lose interest. And then one night, you flush it down the toilet.
That's ridiculous.
You ever been in the sewers of this city, Mr. Grant? Well, I have. I could tell you stories. I saw a turtle one time. Looked like a Volkswagen with a tail. It was 1967. Summer of love. I haven't felt comfortable sitting on the john since.
Since 1967?
I like this whole thing from Paul Rubens.
Yeah.
The unhinged explanation. That's a golden dumpster.
Also, Louis Pinnock
Grabs a rifle as Kyle walks in, points it at him. Please shoot this kid. You got a fucking dart in your neck. He's going to use a dart, knock a human out for 18 hours, kill an orangutan, most likely. Kyle heard that, runs off to get Dunston. He hears security making a plan, yells to them that he's in the kitchen.
Security doesn't want the monkey to make a monkey out of them.
Kid lies to the black man just trying to keep his job at this crazy ass hotel.
Keep his job, perving on teenagers by the pool.
That's the other kid. Both the kids are trying to get this guy to lose his job.
Yeah, they're racist.
What's he supposed to do? He's supposed to say no to the manager's son? He's going to get fired in a second, in a heartbeat. He's got to go along with it.
Oh, I agree. But don't look at teenage girls.
Kyle goes in the greenhouse looking for Dunston. The old ladies are still drinking. The one on the right, who is a happy drunk, is starting to nod off.
Yeah, she's getting hammered.
Dunston appears from behind a plant. Buck Lafarge enters. He's looking around, pokes his rifle into a bush as Kyle and Dunston hug closer and closer. As he lifts it back out, Dunston's hanging from the gun. Bongo pygmaeus.
Kyle starts tying his shoelaces together and he doesn't know it.
Okay.
They blow raspberries at each other. Dunston jumps off. Buck falls backwards, shoots, and shatters the window.
We're dealing with a very smart animal here.
He's a psycho.
I like obsessive people. They get things done.
He's still here. I can feel it.
Kyle goes back down to the nest in the basement. He finds blood on the stairs.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that meant Dunston had committed murder.
Turns out he cut his hand. Now he's in their bedroom. Brian's going to get the glass out of his hand. Kyle has to hold him.
Do what dad does.
And
sing happy birthday to him.
Not happy birthday, Zach.
You look like a monkey and you act like one too.
He gets it out. He sprays with disinfectant. This idiot kid wants to keep Dunston in his room. Brian says they've got lots of rooms. He's in the mainframe. They're looking for names in the phone book to use. Dr. Lam Ben Ngok. Nope.
And there it is.
And Brian goes, huh? And they spell it out for him.
Nope.
My note was, Will Mays play the gong. He did it before the episode started.
Hotel thinks you're a doctor. You can get away with anything.
They put him in a wheelchair and a fedora and take him to the royal suite.
That housekeeper should be fired.
Well, there's a lot of people who should be fired.
Well, yes.
You know what? Turns out Mrs. Dubrow, she was onto something.
Absolutely.
This whole hotel is staffed by people who are incompetent.
As soon as they get in there,
Dunston immediately pops a bottle of champagne and downs the green bottle drink.
How much champagne, Zach?
Enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Hey! Oh, champagne!
Have you ever dated someone who was completely liberal with the minibar?
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck is that about?
It's not fun.
Open it up, start fucking opening shit.
Just start pouring.
What is the matter with people?
Hot privilege. Think they can do anything.
So to be clear,
Dunston.
Hot orangutan.
Got hot privilege.
To these kids, this kid's trying to fuck them.
So I don't think Brian hacked here. I think he has a computer that's hooked up to the system and he booked a room.
Oh. You're saying there was no...
He used his dad's computer.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Rutledge is reading the paper about the crystal ball, curses Dunston for ruining his retirement fund. Treacherous little hairball.
Buck's still creeping around. He and Rutledge pass each other. George walks up to Rutledge to kiss his ass, check on the meal.
Implies the soup had hair in it. Other than that, absolutely delightful. Faye's lurking, follows Costanza. He says, hey, Rutledge said it was delightful. We're all good.
55 liars.
Lock your kids in their room. Make a game out of it.
Not unfair.
Call it quarantine.
Not an unfair suggestion. Your kids fucking suck.
They're awful. They're running amok on this fucking business. This is a place of business.
The most important week of this hotel.
What are we doing?
Right now.
Then they're ordering all this goddamn room service.
They're throwing a fucking frisbee around a goddamn suite.
Smashing statues.
Hanging from the chandelier.
Ordering 2 banana splits with extra bananas. They're taking a bubble bath.
Telling you, this kid wants this fucking orangutan.
And then they chant, roll, 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 as he somersaults into champagne bottles and Evian set up like bowling pins.
10 of them.
How much champagne did this orangutan drink?
Enough champagne to fill the Nile.
Hey, oh, champagne. They got a delivery from 2 Scoops McGee. They got a shitload of stuff up there. Dunston throws the frisbee out the window.
It CG flies out into the sky and then boomerangs back.
We built this frisbee. We built this frisbee on CG fly. And they somehow watched the whole thing happen.
Yeah.
What?
And it comes back and hits Spalding as he's drinking hot tea.
What?
Well, Dunston, frisbee may not be your game, but orangutan bowling, that's your game.
Kyle tucks him into bed, says Rutledge won't know he's there. They leave him in the room. Kyle thanks Brian for helping. Next 24 hours is setting up the crystal ball.
Montage, 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 clipboards, checklist, porn.
And we're gonna need a montage. Ooh, it takes a montage. Rocky had a montage.
Napkins, cake frosting. I'm sure this enormous cake won't get fucked up.
No, there's no way.
Oh, you guys missed the part where they're walking to the elevator and he says, if Dad ever finds out we checked Dunston in to the hotel, and I said, he said it.
He almost said it. Cut to Rutledge working on his laptop. He hacks into the database.
Hacking?
Looking for room service banana orders.
That's how you do it.
Pretty smart, honestly.
He finds Dr. Nagak. Either you have a potassium deficiency or we're in business.
We'll do this and look at this photograph, but there's a line item here. It says fruit salad, bananas only. Isn't that just bananas?
Cut up bananas.
That's what you want to focus on? Not chicken soup with chopped bananas?
I'm saving it. But look at this photograph.
Kyle wants to put Dunston in a zoo, knock at the door. It's Rutledge. Dr. Nagak, I presume. Cut to the night of the crystal ball. Dubrow is very impressed with the job George did. Buck shows up in a purple tux jacket and shirt. He brought a bloodhound.
Bloodhound doggy.
Bloodhound doggy.
Immediately up in Costanza's crotch.
Up in there.
Tells Buck to lose the dog.
These dogs supposedly have a great sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
And it went straight for his nutsack.
Well, that's how you tell who each person is.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Should I get a bloodhound? Like, hey, remember me?
Rutledge has tied up small children in a bathroom.
Sure has.
Says Dunston just became an endangered species. Tells Dunston get in the trunk.
This kid, the whole time, is just sitting there patiently waiting. And then when he gets his mouth taped, he goes, I'm like, why didn't you scream the whole time? You could have been screaming. Someone would have heard.
Dunston buckles his fanny pack, then extends his arms. So now we're being penitent. Go on then. Give Daddy a big hug.
On the bright side, you'll be joining your brother very soon.
Dunston bites his ear.
He's going to have rabies.
Like Mike Tyson.
Except there's no blood and no ear missing.
Runs out the front door, loses Rutledge by hanging out right next to it, and unties Kyle.
He rips the tape off of the kid's mouth. The kid goes, ow, because it's a 20 CB comedy. But then the orangutan does the face palm, and I said, okay, he's doing the face palm too much.
That's all he's got.
It's like the 6th time in this movie.
Doing the dice move too much.
Yep, exactly.
We see Della Croce with the masseuse in the elevator. I don't know if you guys caught that one.
Spaulding tries to introduce himself to Dubrow as she's walking in with Rutledge.
I wonder who the real scout from Le Monde is.
No way of knowing.
Is it the guy having the worst week of his life?
Maybe.
He's perturbed. Kyle and Dunston find a hidden dumbwaiter elevator behind a painting.
This is 20 CB. Kids want to climb in it.
Yeah.
I know because I was one of those kids.
Webster
got stuck in the dumbwaiter. Yeah.
A woman approaches Buck.
Kathy Geis.
I don't believe I know your name. Buck Lafarge, Animal Security. How's it hanging?
Starts admiring her fur. Mastella Armenia, member of the Weasel family. She gasps and storms off.
He finds out the champagne's free, grabs 2 glasses.
I liked it.
Same note too.
Yeah.
Kyle and Dunston down on the service level. The bellhop is there with the bloodhound and starts chasing him, dragging the bellhop. Now they're onto the floor of the ball. Oh no, there's Rutledge. There's Buck Lafarge.
Nobody ever looks down?
Nobody looks down.
Nope.
Dunston's hiding under the skirt of the German opera singer from the beginning of the movie.
Because she's so fat.
Fatly. She's at the table fatly.
She's at the ball fatly.
Brian does his stretch and put his arm around a blonde woman.
Parkinson's.
Kyle comes rushing in for a super cock block. Tactical redundancy.
And ladies and gentlemen, we have our Sean Astin digging a pool. There's not a chance in hell that this hornball is giving up on this broad.
He's finally getting some attention back.
Action. He's getting some action.
No way.
I'm working here. Like, yeah, I know. Motherfucker, this is a full-time job for you, you fucking perv.
Shows the picture of the O'Malleys, tells them they'll find Dad. George sees Buck accosting Spaulding about the Volkswagen turtle. George pulls him away, wants him to do something about the dog barking. Kid shows him the pic. Lord Rutledge, 2 monkeys, double take for comedy. Dubrow's are sucking up to Rutledge when he sees Dunston behind a table and he goes running after him, dives under the table. God, he is thorough.
Della Croce also pops her head under the table. Looking for something? Lost youth. I'm in room 812. Bye, darling.
George can't believe he tied Kyle up, tells the boys to split up, find Dunston, take him to the apartment. He'll take care of Rutledge.
Buck's bloodhound is named Fang.
Not a good name for a bloodhound.
Dunston is under a table of an animal rights advocate who hates furs. She's passing out. Look at this photographs of bunny rabbits being tortured. Why can't we treat all creatures with kindness and respect? As Dunston peels back her skirt.
Horny.
Sexual assault.
She gasps and slaps Spaulding. Pig.
Poor guy.
Buck pops out from under Tex in a bolo ties table.
Can I help you with something, son?
I'm looking for a Pongo Pygmaeus.
I catch you looking at my wife's Pongo Pygmaeus once more, I'm gonna break you in half.
KFB TGT.
Right.
And he walks away on his knees like Gary Oldman in Tiptoes.
Spaulding's grabbing food off trays, but Dunston's grabbing it from the plate. He looks down, nothing there. Looks under the tablecloth. Sees Dunston looking up at him.
Tittering at him.
There's a monkey head in my lap.
Nope.
A big hairy monkey head.
If Zach had $1 every time he said that.
Everyone's staring at him. He's stammering, thinks they're judging him. Buck pops up and slaps him. Why is everyone always slapping me?
Slaps him again. George sees Rutledge dive under the table. He has Dunston cornered. He's got him wrapped up in a sheet. Dubrow says to do something, do it yourself. Why would your dad? He has Rutledge cornered in the kitchen. Rutledge has a knife. He'll count to 3. CT5 kitchen fights?
Yeah?
No.
Well, it's better than Jack Reacher, but it's not as good as sudden death.
Yeah.
To give you a sporting chance, I'm going to count to 3. Costanza thinks he's outnumbered. Rutledge barks 1, and the entire staff scatters, keeps counting. Dunston's arm emerges, grabs a pot, and bonks Rutledge on the head. He swings on a heat lamp to triumphant music, holds hands with Kyle, and they run away.
Well.
But he immediately climbs up a trellis.
They run away. Fucking Dunston.
Well, I mean, they tiptoes away.
Dunston is not a runner.
They tiptoes away.
Rutledge making bonkers noises. Costanza blocks a punch with the fridge door. Then he grabs a wine bottle as a weapon, but Costanza stops him. No. That's the Chateau Lafite. Rutledge looks at it.
Good year.
Faye's trying to calm down the crowd. Dunston's up on the chandelier. Kitchen fight continues. Using utensils, bag of beans. Faye assures everyone there's no monkey in the hotel as Dunston drops a bead into Kathy Geis's champagne flute. She looks up and yells, "A monkey!" Dunston is smiling and tittering.
It says that every time?
Yeah.
So much.
Oh my God.
Buck starts shooting darts at him.
Is he drunk? Is that why he's so bad at this? this now?
Yeah. He's drunk as fuck.
He's been hitting that champagne. He found out it was free.
Faye's deducting damages from his check, but wants Dunston dead. Then Kyle runs up like young Frank Dukes. Hi-ya!
Oh,
fucking karate chops his ass.
I said, the combination of saying hi-ya.
Yeah, that one works. You know what? That one I'll allow. I was looking for a fucking Bartle and James shirt.
Yep.
Even fucking young Frank Dukes didn't say hi-ya. He just roundhouse kicked someone. This kid runs up and goes, hi-ya.
It causes Buck to shoot Spalding in the ass with the dart.
We got to do more 90s movies.
You got a fucking dart in your ass.
Yes! That's awesome!
What? You just took one in the jugular, man. Ha. Whoa.
Yes!
Oh my God. Oh my God, I did. Is this bad? Is this bad?
You should pull that out. That shit is not cool.
Wait. Pull what out? The dart, man. Got a fucking dart in your neck. You're crazy, man. You're crazy. I like you. But you're crazy.
Dubrow's going after Kyle. Rutledge is getting the upper hand on George. Brian then hits Rutledge with a mop. George grabs Rutledge and throws him onto a table out of the kitchen. Dubrow's running around the cake after Kyle grabs him on a chair. Dunston sees her, dives down and makes a noise. Every time he dives, yeah. Pushing her onto the cake. Oh, Mayes.
Yeah.
Didn't see that one coming.
Oh, man. I wonder why she got on that chair right next to it right before this happened.
Yeah. Crazy.
And then, I love this, Mr. Dubrow.
He loves it.
Laughing his ass off, pointing like Nelson Muntz.
Yeah.
Dunston's covered in cake. He fist pumps. George stops her from grabbing the dart gun. Says it's his fault.
Mrs. Dubrow, what? Have you tried the cake? Cobra formula, cake to the face. You're fired. She wipes the icing off her face.
Go home and burn your resumes because you'll never work in this hotel business again. Don't you walk away from me. I'm still firing you.
Flings icing, hits Spalding in the face. Film blanc. He's from Le Monde.
What? What?
Congratulates her on going from a 5-star hotel to a 1-star hotel, all while battling the tranquilizers.
Have you guys ever been to a 1-star hotel?
1 star.
Even if all this shit happened at the hotel I stayed at, but it looked like this, it's not even close to being a 1-star hotel.
Yeah.
1-star hotels are fucking filthy.
He says goodnight and collapses.
Where?
Flattening her into the cake even more.
Oh.
Fatly.
And then someone drops more cake onto her face.
Who did?
Oops.
Who dropped cake onto her face?
The gaffer.
Daniel Gaffer.
The key grip.
Cut to Rutledge getting arrested. Dunston waves goodbye. Buck apologizes to Dunston, just doing his job. Nothing personal.
Dunston hits him with, you might have to supercharge this, the Magic Johnson head shake. You know that? You didn't see that? You guys didn't see that?
Nope. Sure didn't.
From the day Magic Johnson retired as head of the Lakers, he shakes his head no. That's how Dunston did it.
Jesus Christ.
Rutledge feels betrayed by Dunston. How could you?
Dunston hits him with a jab.
No look, straight right. I deserve that. Costanza is bragging to Brian about dropping 2 dudes in the same day.
What?
Doesn't care about living in a Motel 6. Kyle gives him a hug. The music swells. They go hands in. Tier 1, home team.
Money ears.
Money ears.
You guys, impressions. Oh, Dunston gives Costanza a hug. Kyle wants to keep him.
What?
They're packing up. Kyle assuring Dunston, it's a nice zoo. He'll have friends. Dunston mushes his bowl cut again. No, monkey friends.
This is an unhealthy relationship.
No, monkeys.
No, monkeys. They're putting him in a zoo, which is going to be horrible for him.
Early in the movie, the kid is like, it's a zoo. It'll be nice. You'll have friends. I'm like, you're sending him to prison.
Yes.
Mr. Dubrow shows up with a young, hot blonde.
He works fast.
Where's Mrs. Dubrow? Scouting hotel sites in Alaska.
Alaska.
I like the way you work.
Next thing we know, Dunston is in this woman's lap, rubbing himself all over her.
Sure is.
And she's loving it.
Of course she is.
He's a repeat offender of sexual assault.
I don't know if that one was assault. He was with it.
Mr. Dubrow wants Costanza to stay. Finest hotel in the entire chain. Costanza agrees. Everything he's ever dreamed of doing, now he's done it. He looks at his kids. He wants a less demanding position. Growth. Kyle asks Dubrow to do a favor for a friend. I wonder if he's talking about Dunston. Let's cut to Dunston.
Cut to Indiana Jones maps position.
Red line from New York to Hawaii to Bali. It's the Bali White Lotus.
Same note too, bro.
Spalding's there with Neil. George is the manager. Spalding accepted his invitation, gives him full accommodations. Dunston is in a tree. He's done fucked an orangutan of his own, has a kid.
He knocked this broad orangutan up already.
So fast.
Immediately.
One pump. Boom. Pregnant.
Then he kills
Lionel
Spalding with a coconut from above.
Counting that is the fourth murder of this movie.
Yes, because he chucks that thing down with his orangutan strength.
It's a coconut.
And he looks up.
Zach, forget about orangutan strength. If he had just dropped it like that, gravity would have fucking crushed this dude's skull.
Crushed.
No, orangutan strength, he goes above his head and hurls it at him.
Yeah.
You know what's left? The fucking crater of blood
and
fucking skull fragment.
Screen goes black. Roll credits.
Funk Boat plays again.
Yep. Jiggers.
Oh, no.
Party riggers.
Seatbelts fastened. Tray tables in an upright position. Here we go.
Plot lift off. We all had the same one, right? Dunston pulling the curtain back.
Oh, yeah. Come on, man.
Yes, Dunston reveal was mine.
Zach was so excited he had to text us about it.
You know, it's funny he said the reveal, and I really thought for a second, maybe he meant Costanza with hair.
Oh, come on. Be respectful.
Oh, shit, the reveal at 2:51 p.m. I thought,
all caps,
you know, maybe an Instagram link or something would accompany this that maybe didn't go through, or
no idea what he was talking about. Yeah.
Maybe Tibbs, something about Tibbs. No.
You responded, did I miss something? And I just, Dunston checks it.
Zach checks in.
Why don't you try telling us what the fuck happened?
Plot summaries, 89 seconds on the clock. 3, 2, 1. The widower manager of the 5-star Majestic Hotel is the father of 2 rambunctious youths who love nothing more than to prank the staff that annoy them. Under pressure from his clout-chasing boss's wife, he needs everything to go perfectly during the annual Crystal Ball, so they can secure a mythical 6-star from Le Monde. Unfortunately, a notorious jewel thief shows up posing as Lord Rutledge, or maybe he's a lord who's fallen on hard times. We don't really know, but he does have an orangutan named Dunston, who also used to have a second orangutan named Samson that was apparently killed in front of his brother to send a message. Rutledge is incredibly well equipped with a fancy 1995 Toshiba that can hack into the hotel database in order to find out what valuables the guests have insured. But this is merely foreplay for Dunston to climb the exterior of the hotel and rob these rich assholes blind. Dunston goes rogue because he's being abused by Lord Rutledge
30.
and ends up befriending Kyle, the manager's young son. They try to hide from Lord Rutledge and eventually a deranged animal control guy chasing them.
20.
Dunston is finally free to smoke heaters, chug Moet champagne, collect shiny trash, massage old ladies, and play bongos on their cheeks, all while tittering his face off.
10.
Everything comes to a head during the Crystal Ball when Dunston tackles Faye Dunaway into a gigantic cake. Dad gets fired, rehired, transfers to Bali where he can spend more time with his kids. Dunston knocks up a broad orangutan and lives nearby.
Let me go next. Freestyle on this one.
Oh, 3, baby. 1, 2.
Look, do me a favor. I don't want to do a countdown before I do the scene.
Countdown.
No countdown. Can we just
Okay,
do it off of action?
Just in your own time. Good. So
I'm not a rocket ship, okay?
All right.
George Costanza runs a hotel with his 2 brat kids who live in the most opulent suite in the goddamn property that somehow they're not renting out. This hotel has a lot of obnoxious people, including an opera singer, a fat dude with a dog, and a very horny old lady. Anyways, this guy checks in, and he's got a big trunk, and there's an orangutan in it. I keep saying chimpanzee. I don't mean to do that. But also, I think he might be a diddler as well. But turns out that the orangutan inside is even more of a hornball than anybody else in this movie. Meanwhile, the two sons are using the hotel resources in the completely worst way possible. One kid is doing all type of shit, rollerblading around. The other one is using cameras to hornball on women while the poor black employee has to go along with it. Meanwhile, the owner of the hotel is this woman named Dumbro.
Yep.
She's fucking horny for firing people.
30.
So Laura Rutledge basically uses the orangutan to rob.
20.
He steals diamonds and shit from Mrs. Hornball. They chase around. They go to the spa. There's hijinks there. Hijinks everywhere. There's a diamond ball.
10.
He's sexually harassing and assaulting people. So is the other guy. And they end up at Bali where they sexually harass, assault, and murder people. The end.
All right, Zach. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Majestic Hotel in New York City, run by George Costanza, where he lives there with his 2 children who probably murdered their mother. Mrs. Dubrow and her husband own this hotel, and they're after a famous 6th star from the Le Mans Company. I don't know. I guess they give out the stars to these hotels. Lord Rutledge is there to rob everyone blind during the Crystal Ball, an opulent ball where a bunch of rich people and a lot of jewelry is thrown about, I guess. He brings Dunston, his orangutan, who is going to help him steal from all of the rooms by climbing up into the windows and taking things while all these people are away from their things. This orangutan gets discovered by one of the dumb kids, and as Lord Rutledge threatens this thing over and over with the death of his brother
30
hanging over his head, he gets this thing to run away, and now we have an odd relationship between this kid and the orangutan where this thing is constantly assaulting people, sexually assaulting people, murdering these children, or they should have been dead at all times. We finally get them chased throughout the hotel.
10.
Animal security comes after, it doesn't matter. He fucking murders Lionel Spaulding at the end in Bali, where they all retire as a murdering, diddling family. Check into a fucking prison.
A murdering, diddling family.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you better buckle up because there's only 50 photographs to look
Jesus
at.
Christ.
Oh, 50.
50.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Paris. You know I love sparkly things, right? Like stars. Duh. And thanks to Hilton and AutoCamp, I just slept under them. Picture me serving looks by the fire outside my luxurious Airstream, making s'mores with the kids, while a national park is our backdrop. The great outdoors meets Hilton hospitality. That's hot. Explore all the new ways to stay at Hilton.com. Hilton for the stay.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. When your computer breaks, you don't wait for it to magically start working again. You fix the problem. So why wait to hire the people your company desperately needs? Use Indeed's sponsored jobs to hire top talent fast. And even better, you only pay for results. There's no need to wait. Speed up your hiring with a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Who cares if you lose the game? You got this off your chest. I mean, it's just one night of bar trivia.
One night of bar trivia is sacrosanct to us.
Trivia is sacrosanct. Writer John Hopkins had written a spec script revolving around 2 young brothers living in a large, prestigious New York hotel managed by their father. Hopkins' agents shopped the script around to various studios who were uninterested in the project until producers Todd Black and Joe Wizen optioned it and hired Hopkins to rewrite the script and add in the plot point of an orangutan. The project was then retitled Prime Mates and became the subject of competing bids between Paramount Pictures and 20th Century Fox. We've got a bidding war, folks, now that there's an orangutan involved.
Yeah. Come on. It's the 90s, baby.
Fox eventually acquired the script in April of 93. Dunston checks in, became one of 3 active ape films announced in development alongside Ed, then known as Zach. I don't know if we knew this before. You Should See Them Play.
That's a good movie title.
Was the original title of Ed.
That's a good movie title. Ed's better because it's cleaner, but that's a good movie title.
Also, Them?
Well, Careful.
And Monkey Trouble, which was then known as Pet.
Well, since we're on the topic of alternate titles, in Brazil, this movie's called The Guest Wants Bananas. and in France, the movie's called Funny Monkey.
To the point. Dunston Checks In was much more successful in home video than in theaters. As of April 1997, the studio had an estimated 41.6 million in video sales.
What?
In less than a year. Less than a year, Zach.
How?
Receiving 75%, greatly exceeding box office gross.
I don't know one person who had it.
Jason Alexander was always the first choice for the role of Robert Grant, but because Seinfeld was in the middle of filming its 6th season, and because part of the movie would be filmed in London, spoiler alert there, he almost had to turn down the role. In the meanwhile, these were the names that were considered: Dan Aykroyd, Bill Murray, Ted Danson, Chevy Chase, Steve Martin, Robin Williams, Tom Hanks, Rowan Atkinson, and John Stamos were all considered as alternatives in case Alexander was unavailable. Fortunately, director Ken Kwapis arranged for all the exterior scenes that were shot in Los Angeles to be filmed at the same time as Seinfeld, which was also filmed in Los Angeles, while the London interior sequences would be filmed during Alexander's summer hiatus from the show.
Also add in Martin Short and Tim Allen to that list of people they considered. Some of the interior New York hotel scenes were filmed in Los Angeles at the old Bullock's Wilshire building, which is no longer open. Others were filmed at the Dorchester Hotel in London.
So Zach, Rupert Everett was offered the role of Lord Rutledge because some of the movie was shot in London, and director Ken Kwapis wanted at least one British actor in the cast as a result. There are a bunch of other people who were considered, including Bob Hoskins, Michael Caine, and Anthony Hopkins. Rupert Everett was chosen as he was persuaded heavily to take part, and the budget also found him affordable. And when I say persuaded heavily, he didn't want to do it. He thought the script was silly, but agreed ultimately to participate because he didn't have a lot of success in his career at the time, but also because he was a fan of Seinfeld.
Oh.
He thought the movie would be a hit with Jason Alexander in the lead.
Elijah Wood was considered to play Brian, the older brother, but he was ultimately passed over because he had previously co-starred with Jason Alexander in the movie North. That movie ended up being a huge box office flop and critical flop, with many considering it one of the worst movies ever made, and as such, the studio thought pairing them again was a bad idea.
People considered for the role of Lionel Spaulding: Charles Grodin, Gene Wilder, Albert Brooks, Dom DeLuise.
Oh, Dom DeLuise.
All of them were considered to play the role of Spaulding, but of course, it went to Gene Shaddix, and one of the reasons why was because Ken Kwapis really liked him in Beetlejuice.
He's great in Beetlejuice. He's great in Demolition Man.
He's great in every movie.
Yeah.
Ken Kwapis asked Clint Eastwood to cameo as Mr. Dubrow as a in-joke to his films Every Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can, which were also about orangutans.
They were.
Eastwood, however, wanted far too much money for the appearance and therefore was passed over.
This movie was reviewed by our inspiration of a show, Mystery Science Theater 3000. And they thought that not only is this film better than Any Which Way You Can and Any Which Way But Loose, the two Clint Eastwood movies that May just mentioned, but it is, in fact, according to them, the best ape movie ever.
Be respectful.
Now he's pissed off.
Be respectful.
Now he's pissed off.
Be respectful.
Faye Dunaway said she only did this movie for the money and did not like working on it. CT5 Crashmore.
That does not shock me.
A monkey fell on her and she fell into some cake.
That's her rate.
Last one for you here, Zach. Jason Alexander wore a toupee for this movie. I don't know if you knew that.
What?
He began balding at 16, according to the trivia. I don't know if that's true.
Yeah, it's savage, dude.
16, imagine.
Damn. Jesus.
Can you imagine being bald in high school?
That's tough.
I'd like you all to do an experiment on a plant, something that may benefit mankind. And if you devise something that groundbreaking, I guarantee you a A in this course.
Oh, well, hold on, man. You following me? You can't do that, Lionel. Look, man, if you don't want me to have a foreman job, I understand, but I need my fucking job, man.
Louis Pinnock Accent Award. I had Paul Rubens as Buck Lafarge.
I had fucking Dunston.
Dunston talks.
I'm good with that if that's what you guys want to go with.
It's Dunston.
Dunston noises or the actor playing Dunston?
Dunston noises. Orangutans just sound like that.
Let's show them who the horsemen are, guys.
Yeah, we got soul.
Five horsemen falling from a height that would kill you instantly.
That's 4 people.
Put up numbers, but tittering.
May I also offer up, that's a crime.
Getting dressed like Batman as a horseman. Sexual assault as a horseman.
Careful.
Is it not a horseman? The fucking...
I'm putting that under that's a crime.
Okay. That's a crime. It's my horseman.
It's tittering, man. Just because you didn't get the tittering cut, that's not our fault.
Yeah, you didn't get the tittering cut. I think it is tittering.
I didn't get the tittering cut. But hold on. There's sexual assault by the orangutan, by the dog, by people. The kid is doing voyeuristic shit, Brian Grant. And then also all the murders, shoving people down a shaft and shit and throwing a hook into the back of people's heads. All of these things. There's so much crime in this movie. The heist is like the least crime of it all.
I'm going tittering.
Tittering.
I got the tittering cut too. Yeah.
I didn't get the tittering cut, so I can't empathize with you people.
Highly recommend all you people out there track down that tittering cut.
Yeah, get the tittering cut. It's like the Snyder cut.
Only it exists?
Ah.
Oh, no, that's not Snyder cut. What was the movie where it was Tiptoes, right?
The bright cut.
Breathe in through nose, out the mouth.
Ass on, ass off.
Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex. Teddy Rex, Moosey Teddy Rex.
Ass on, fuck it, ass off. Ass on, fuck it, ass off.
Michael Bean Memorial Ass On Award. Graham Sack as Brian Grant.
Is either Brian Grant
Both kids.
or Kyle Grant?
Both kids. Both kids.
Both of them?
Yeah.
Double.
I hate him.
Consuelo was pretty bad too.
Consuelo crying.
Yeah.
The character.
Faye Dunaway bought it. Everyone bought it. I don't agree.
To you, though, did you buy it?
Doesn't matter if I bought it. People in the scene bought it. It wasn't for us to buy.
What about the Ewok that the opera singer fell into the fountain with?
Ass off. Ass off for the dog from Martin.
Yeah, that's the next category.
All right. Both of the Grants.
Grant boys.
Check this out. $1,100 is exactly what I charge for acting classes.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
Well, what are the chits? Universe? You've done it again.
Carl Weathers Memorial Ass Off Award. Basically everybody, man. Jason Alexander was good. Rupert Everett was good. Paul Rubens is Buck Lafarge.
Ass off.
Faye Dunaway had some moments. And Sam the Orangutan as Dunston.
Sam's good, man.
To me, it's between Sam the orangutan and fucking Paul Rubens.
Yeah.
Them motherfuckers were above and beyond. And I guess third place,
Rupert Everett.
Rupert Everett, I would put him with third place.
It's a 2-mammal race.
Well, one man, one orangutan.
Both mammals.
You glitched.
Oh, you said 2 mammals.
Man animals.
Man animals.
I'm going to give it to Paul Rubens, I think. Sam's great, though.
The turtle story was fucking amazing.
Him being too drunk to
shoot properly, that was also funny. Counterpoint, Sam sad looking at the photo of him and his brother.
Yep, you're right. It's Sam. Lock it in.
Give it to the Tang.
Tan.
Ricky Tan.
Clip that for the intro.
Are you good at keeping secrets?
Absolutely.
Because I've got a present for you. Secret present outside by the dumpster.
Is it a baseball mitt?
It fits you like a baseball mitt, like a glove. I hope.
Golden Dumpster nominees. Rupert Everett's teeth. Lord Rutledge threatening Kyle with money ears.
Yeah.
Dunston's reveal.
Money ears.
Dunston getting suited up for the robberies, Schumacher style. Old ladies with a second-tier disease charity drinking from a flask. Buck Lafarge sewer story. Dunston doctored and gawk. Disguise with a fedora and wheelchair. Dunston immediately moving in on DeBrow's hot blonde secretary.
Additionally, if you want to kill me, then kill me. Pick something up and just bash me on the head. Why is he talking to his crotch? All you jiggers and party jiggers. I never speak ill of a competitor, but holy shit, he must really hate the Four Seasons. Where did he come from? Well, ma'am, when two orangutans fall in love. And I guess my selection would be, why is he talking to his crotch?
Mace?
This is really tough. I feel like Rupert Everett didn't get enough love here. And I didn't mention it in the nominees, but I think I'm going to go Lord Rutledge holding court Doc Rivers style at the bar.
Yeah.
With the cigarette holder talking about inbreeding.
Do you guys remember my golden dumpster from MVP Most Valuable Primate?
Off the top of my head, isn't it him putting the glasses on?
It sure is.
What the fuck?
Mine's going to be when he's got the eyeglasses on of Lionel Spalding and he's putting the lotion on Della Croce. He's wearing them like people wear, what do they call it? Cheaters? Those eyeglasses that they put them on the end of their nose. That's how he's got them on.
I wouldn't know that.
Well, Maze, you checked in, motherfucker.
Motherfucker. I like that.
Phobe or file?
Fully expected to hate this movie, even though I knew we would get a good episode out of it. And I remember looking at the cast when Zach could have picked it, and we had that whole breakout video of that last year, whatever it was, and thinking, Jason Alexander, like him, Rupert Everett, like him, Paul Rubens, like him. Mm-hmm. And I gotta say that this was the best ape performance we've ever had. There was moments of real empathy from Sam the orangutan when he's looking at
best.
Ed's a fucking human in a suit.
The best?
Roscoe, I love Roscoe. He was in it for 8 minutes, even with the extended cut. And he didn't have to emote. There's some real dumb shit, certainly. Dropping his brother and then getting tackled by Dunston and falling down the laundry chute to their death. The dog jumping off the roof, etc. Everything at the end, the madcap fight and chase at the crystal ball. But I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed Dunston. It's a file. Can't believe it.
Mingo.
You motherfucker, you faux fled. If you want to have fun, you faux fucking fled. Twice. You had a chance to redeem yourself. You know what? Nope. Even on second watch, even if you had all that fun, and you phobed it.
All that fun. I'll go. It's a phobe. It's not good. It's not fun. The kids suck.
You phobed nowhere to run.
You phobed nowhere to run.
He phobed my super ex-girlfriend. He phobed Rocky 5.
Oh, money ears.
Nowhere to run and my super ex-girlfriend. You're like, I don't know. It wasn't that good. Like, I didn't really like it, but, fucking file, I guess.
Money ears. Money ears. I'll keep doing it.
What are you doing?
You don't like this movie.
What are you doing?
This is a bad movie.
Zach, it was announced last week. Said, file. There's an orangutan in it. File.
Yeah. And then I watched it sexually assault multiple people.
Nowhere to run. He exposes himself to a child and they have a conversation at dinner about his penis.
Accident.
You are defending him.
On accident.
You're defending him. You're defending an actual predator who exposed himself to a child.
On accident. On accident. On accident. On accident. The phobe.
Phobe, me too.
No disrespect to Sam. Also, not the best fucking ape we've seen act. That's ridiculous.
Hey, man, he did some real acting.
He did.
He's better than Jack. That's it.
Yeah.
Roscoe, Ed.
He's better than Roscoe.
Ed's not a real ape.
Prove it.
Prove it?
Prove it.
You want to do a bonus look at this photograph so we can look at Ed's face?
I got it on my fucking phone right here. What are you talking about?
As he launches a flamethrower baseball across the bases that has a chemtrail on it.
Rubbing his eyes as he woke up.
Make sure you send us your phobe file, golden dumpster, ass on, ass off, 5 horsemen, Lewis Pinnock, who you think the best ape is, plot liftoff, at Talk Hoops, at Darthamine, at Corn Puzzle, at Cinephobe Pod.
What was his name? Kichi?
Or drop in the Discord. Or be a Patreon member. Patreon.com/goddamn.
The snake.
Go to look at this photograph and check out Dementia and Kichi, and then you tell me who the best ape is.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.
Well, I mean, the daisy chain abounds.
Daisy chain is yours.
I'm not going to draw this out. I had this whole plan of being like, this could have been a daisy chain. No, I'm just telling you right now. The moment he was watching Planet of the Apes and he sat up, I was like, well, There's a sign because it's been on my list for a while. We're doing Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg edition. Wow. And my girl, Planet of the Apes.
Repeat offender.
Yep.
There's a lot of options to daisy chain to Planet of the Apes. You could daisy chain off orangutans. You could daisy chain off of watching Planet of the Apes.
No, I'm going to daisy chain off of an ape kissing a man.
Oh.
A boy in this case.
Whoa.
Hello.
Don't say hello like that.
Hello. I do like you.